เนี่ย
ให้ป้าที่ไหนไม่รู้ให้ป้าเข้าไปในป่า
ลองเรียกสายป่าน
สายป่านไม่รู้อยู่ไหน
เรียกสายป่าน
สายป่านอยู่ไหน
สายป่านอยู่ไหนไม่รู้กลัวสายป่านหลงป่าสายป่านอยู่ไหนไม่รู้
สายป่านไปทำอะไรนะ
She's great. You want to marry her, wouldn't you?
No way.
I think we're back on.
No, I hope we get it back. Where's that on YouTube?
Yeah, we're all going as far as the broadcast is concerned.
Pumpui Falana probably marry her.
There we go. Yeah, we're back on. Yeah.
Here we go. We're up again.
What happened there, Joe? What was the what happened?
It's what happens. It's what happens when you work with amateurs, mate.
Are we?
I think
I can see
Gareth
that
helped me pay for that.
I can't see it on the Titanium channel at the moment.
yeah, it's up there. It's up on the Titanium. If you refresh, it should come up.
Yeah, well, I put it on the chat before we got cut out, waiting for getting a new link. So
I refresh it, I still can't see it.
Hey Joe, my messages went to my a junkie thing on the online Telstra stuff, so it hasn't come through to my desktop. So that's how I got back in. I checked my junk stuff.
You have to tell Ray to fuck we have to docking for that.
Yeah,
well, first night teething problems, fellas. We all have teething problems.
Mick, there you go, Mick.
He's from he's up. He lives correct if I'm wrong.
He's up north.
Yeah, well, he lives where Suckhorn's wife's from.
Bowie, can we watch some sunsets?
Where's the sunset? Bring them on. They're on the ground.
Cambo.
Mix from where your wife's from, mate.
Is Cambo chasing girls or boys?
That pet. Go, Mick.
Yeah, it's fun. Very good. That'd be real fun. Oh, fucking son.
I like your comment before. We're brighter than that.
Yeah. We'll all get together and sing Kumbaya and watch the fucking sunsets for a kick-off. Yes, Chris, Vic, I think it's a go. November Thailand trip looks like it's a go so far.
Yeah, Chris, we're there. I met up with I think we might do a little bit of a meet-up in Bangkok in November if you're there, Joe.
I'm never too far. If I'm not in Bangkok, I'm 3.5, 4 hours away. So just drop me a line if I know you're here. Yeah, we'll definitely hook up. No drama.
Yeah, sweet. I think we'll be there. I know what Tim's doing. What are you doing? When do you go back time, Tim?
Mate, in the immediate future, no. But down the track, yes.
What'd you do?
Yeah, well, we're going to be there sooner rather than later, kind of thing.
Yeah, I'm saving the pennies at the moment. I've got a good stock, but I'm saving money for trips around Australia and things at the moment. But certainly, I'm certainly not going to do a bicycle tour in my condition again at the moment. But I think I may convince the missus to do a photography tour.
Yeah. Just make sure you put the bike on the bike, mate.
Yeah, the bike's retired now, so it's going to be photography.
Exactly. Ray, when are you going to Thailand, man? Stop fucking around. When are you going? Ray? You there, Ray?
He's going to get some chips.
I was thinking, like Ray hasn't been there for a long time, and I was thinking, well, fucking, me and Jono will catch up with Ray.
Ray needs an unload, mate. His ball sacks would be fucking huge. You need to let him go.
You don't need to fucking get out of fucking Queensland.
No, it's better. What'd you do?
Hey, Ray.
Huh?
When are you going to Thailand, mate? What's going on?
After Christmas. I'm not going over. I've got to wear a fucking mask and fucking.
Ray,
And,
Ray,
I've got-
when are you going to tie him?
Ray, can you stop talking about masks, please? It's an old subject and it's really boring.
Fucking over
When are
it.
you going to tie him, Ray?
After Christmas. No, I've got a few. I've got a few things. I've got a few things in the fire at the moment, and I'm not. I'm not. You know, I'm not fucking. Need a bourbon.
Well, I might if I'm going to say to Ray, I'm in Thailand in November for 3 months, so I'm there November to January. Is there any time you might be there during that time?
No, January.
Okay. We can work with that because I think Stuckenhorn might be there. We could be here in January as well. So,
no, well, I want to get over there, but I've got other things I'm working on at the moment. I've got to get all this fucking stuff, all these fucking projects and shit done. I've got a few. I'll talk to you later anyway. I'll talk about it.
That's all good, mate. That's all good. Fucking get there when you're ready. No fucking.
I want to have a good. I want to make sure I play plenty of money. If things work out right, I want to go over there fucking first class. Business class or whatever.
Yeah, well,
First class, 20 grand.
Not 20. No, what's business?
About 7.
Yeah, I'll see what happens.
How's Chris Vick? Chris Vick's been there 3 times this year, like fucking during COVID. I mean, fucking hell, hey. Well done. Well, no, actually, COVID finished it at Christmas, really, didn't it? Really?
Yeah. I sort of bloody. I don't want to be fucking squished up. Last time I went over to come back, both times I've been over there, I've been on Thai Airways. The last time I come back, I was supposed to be on a seat. In a seat, they specifically gave me a seat. Without nobody sitting beside me, so I could stretch out because fucking I missed me. They fucked me around for 3 days, but anyway, some great big bloody Chinese bitch came along and sat down beside me and just fucking. The whole trip, 8.5 hours, was just me farting and poking her on the ribs all the way. And it was if I thought, well, if I can't be comfortable, she's sure as shit not going to be comfortable. You know what I mean? She shouldn't have been there. She comes in, gets on the plane, puts a bag in the fucking rack, down a little bit, over the top of the seat she's supposed to be in, it turned out. I even had a whinge to the bloody cabin staff, and they did nothing about it. I thought, well, I'm going to make a cut of myself.
Flying fucking etiquette is a fucking pain in the ass. Like,
Shit, yeah.
You know, some people just haven't got a clue.
Yeah, well, I thought I'd gross her out a little bit. Obviously she was grosser than I was, so. But anyway, shit happens.
I sit in the back right 2-seater section in the second row back from the toilets. And when I get on the plane first and I sit there, I live in hope. I live in hope that no one's coming down the aisle to sit next to me.
Yeah.
Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. But I like the extra stretch out leg room on the 2-seaters at the back.
Yeah.
When we flew out of Oz into Bangkok, be lucky to have had a third of the plane full.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, that's cool.
That's what I'm hoping for.
Wow.
I think there was 2 or 3 people that regretted paying business class.
Yes, indeed.
I heard Thai Airways are fucking gonna go belly up. Is that true?
I don't know.
Yeah, but they haven't they? They've been going belly up for the last fucking 15 years, haven't they?
Yeah,
they've already gone belly up. Yeah.
I think
Too much big money pulling, Ryan Thai International. They're not going anywhere. They're backed by the government.
Yeah, they're backed by the fucking king. That's all they are.
180 in the chat.
The king's
over here, mate. Yeah, well, Zibby, we're gonna have to.
Yeah, we're back live.
We have to dock the king just pay for that.
Yeah.
Gentlemen,
that's a ball sack over the pool table.
Huh?
Gentlemen, it's
almost
almost
a ball
my
sack
bed.
in the pocket of a pool table. That one. Sorry, John.
I'm going to call it a day. I've enjoyed myself, but I'll go terrorist.
Yeah, you're going to crash out.
But we're going to catch up with this. There's a great little night. Great little.
Yeah, it was good so far.
Pete's patting his pussy. He's happy. You know, I'm going to go in there and spend a little bit of time with the terrorist. He's got me keyed up to do something before his bedtime. So thank you, John. I've had a most enjoyable day, and with Pete, and a lovely evening. So good luck for the rest of the night, fellas, and we'll check you all soon.
Just one thing.
See you, mate.
Kill the
Take
stream.
care.
Don't kill the stream. Don't kill the stream. Don't kill the stream.
Yeah.
Hey, you're right.
Okay, good night, guys.
See you, John.
Take care.
See you, mate.
Take care, mate.
Take care, guys.
See you, buddy.
Are we there? Are we still alive?
We're here.
We're fine.
No, we're laughing. No.
Down,
Frank's going to take a lot. Kanga's going to
Yeah,
take a while to live that one down. The stream killer.
He's had a big day, old sucker horn, and we went out for like a lunch at about 12. You know, like we usually do on a Friday, and sucker horn loves the old Japanese food, you know, and
fair enough.
we go in there, he fucking mate, he was like a pig and shit, mate. He was so
good on him.
It was like fucking, he was just loving it. So
The fucking cat loves a cuddle, doesn't it? Mine fucking
it's
just
good,
comes up.
and Tim would, Tim met him last week. What do you reckon, Tim?
He's a fucking
Thank you,
champion.
King of the buttons. No.
He's an absolute champion, mate. Yeah, really good bloke.
No. Brian, we all make mistakes, and Kanga has obviously made a mistake. He's looked for the big red button. It was on his phone, so he saw the big red button and just pushed that.
Yeah,
but no, we can't reconsider him because he's paid for the privilege of having the button.
He is.
That's right. He is an equal. He has equal share in the buttons.
Yeah, he is right. He just made a mistake. He's right. He's going to take a long time. We can gig him about it for a while, but
this will go on for years.
I laughed at the comments in the messenger chat. What happened to the stream? Well, the stream's not on. Oh, did I do that?
I'm going to put something in there. Actually,
Fucking classic. No, that's food for a couple of years, I think. That one.
Oh, yeah. We can embellish and everything on that one.
Kanga, don't do it, mate. Don't do it.
Don't touch it.
Oh, geez.
Zimmy, if there's no reason for us to take the streams down, they'll stay up.
Yeah.
With live streams, and Tim, myself, we've been doing it for quite a while, for quite a few years, and you can't predict what happens on some live streams, and sometimes they've got to be taken down. But no, we're hoping that we're not going to need to do that shit. But of course, we will protect the channel wherever needed.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well,
for sure.
I'm chasing it. Like, I never fucking talk about my channel too much, but I usually put a vlog up every week, and you probably blokes fucking watch it now and then. But I'm chasing 1,000 subs, and that's all I'm fucking chasing, really, just to get up there. But I don't go chasing it, like fucking. I mean, the biggest thing, and I was telling Suckhorn today about it. Like, the biggest thing in the last 2 years with COVID is I've actually discovered my own backyard. If you know what I mean.
Yeah, there's plenty to see here too, isn't there?
Yeah. That's what I'm saying, right?
Zimmy goes on, he reckons if he wants to get bored to death, he'll move to Queensland.
Exactly. Look, it's not a fucking cheap place to go, Australia. Like, it's really expensive. But I tell you what, I've really discovered Australia since COVID lockdown.
Yeah.
Pedro,
hey, look,
Pedro,
nice.
This is the reason why we bought another caravan. We've been caravanning for 20 years. We had a camper trailer. We invested in a new little small little van, mate. And I'm going away on Sunday. The missus is here looking after the dogs. I'm getting away. I'm going up to a place near Lithgow, in the central west of Australia, New South Wales.
I've never heard of the joint. So describe
It's,
like where is the central New South
okay,
Wales?
so from Sydney, you go 40 k's, then you get the Blue Mountains. You go over the Blue Mountains, come back down, and you come to a joint called Lithgow. And I'm staying at a lake near Lithgow on the other side, and just 2 nights, mate. I've got plenty of timber in the 4B. It's all hooked up, as you saw, ready to go, and plenty of timber. And it's going to be fucking freezing, but it's just a little break where I can listen to music and get on the piss and bloody look at the scenery and enjoy myself, mate. The missus backs me 100%, mate.
That's what I'm saying. Like if you watch my channel, I mean, yeah, I've done more or less fucking nearly the whole of Australia because
I'll put your link up. I'll put your link up too, Pedro.
Yeah, that's cool. But what's that, Joe? What are you eating there, mate?
Chester's.
Yeah, Chester's. Oh,
You remember Chester's?
you sneaky fucking devil.
Chester's on mine.
But you know, Pedro, Lithgow is next door to Bathurst, and I'm sure you've seen Bathurst on the TV, on the telly and shit. Yeah, well, yeah, Lithgow's next door to it.
Oh, okay. No, look, Australia's a great place, and fucking, I've had a great time, kind of fucking traveling around Australia, just fucking, like since we locked down, man. Since lockdown, I've been discovering Australia, like the fucking look. I wouldn't say it's the best country in the world, but I tell you what, it's close to it. It's God's country. It's a fucking ripper. And I tell you what, I suppose in a lot of ways, for me, COVID has steered me in that direction, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, good call.
I was doing Thailand twice a year. I wouldn't blink an eyelid. All you do is get Melbourne, Bangkok, Melbourne, Bangkok, Melbourne, Bangkok, Melbourne, Bangkok. It takes 9 hours to get to Bangkok, and it was like 6 hours going over the fucking Australia to get there.
Yeah, big country.
You know what I mean? Ray? Like, just that's all I did. I had blinkers on, back in Bangkok. Bangkok. Thai wife. Thai wife, Thai life. That's all it was. And I can honestly say that because of COVID, I've discovered so much of Australia that I probably wouldn't have done outside COVID,
You see that place I sent you? I saw it on Facebook, that place in Caloundra. They've got right.
Yeah, I saw that, man. I saw that. It's good.
You have been whale watching?
Yeah, I've fucking done all that, man. I've done all that.
Yeah, right.
All that up the Fraser Islands. It's a fucking ripper place. It's we all know. Look, it's an amazing country.
I
was privileged that I went up to the top of WA in the Kimberley's like
Nice.
Like they say the Kimberley, like this is what they say in the world, that the Kimberley is one of the most isolated areas in the world. Most isolated, which means there's no cunts around.
No.
And I travel on a boat there. You can see on my vlogs, you've probably seen it. And I the GoPro fucking going hard there, man. The GoPro 9 and fuck, we had a fucking good time, eh?
Yeah,
Did you see one of the boats rolled on the reverse falls, Pedro, up in the Kimberley?
Yeah, right. That's right. That's right. The reverse, whatever you call it, the
horizontal waterfall.
That's the one. Yeah, horizontal. Yeah.
We went through like Northern Territory up on the border there with like the Kimberley goes right around, like
a
fucking miles and miles. We did like a 1,500 Ks and we saw fuck all. You know what I mean? You know,
It's a
like,
fucking big country, mate.
Oh,
Jesus.
Oh yeah, fuck yeah.
yeah, we're
Plenty to
like
see.
we're like
Yeah.
you know like boats like a fucking tinny, you know.
Well, yeah, you
Well,
got
me and the
places
missus last year. Me and the missus did. I did a 3-week trip, and me and the missus did a 5,500 k trip with a big loop from Sydney to Broken Hill, Flinders Ranges, down to the Barossa, and back through Victoria up the Great Ocean Road. And we didn't even touch the seams, mate.
No,
You know?
you haven't got to Queensland yet. Fuck it up.
Not yet.
Couple of
Not
sides.
yet.
Yeah, I agree.
Everything you want is up here, you know, too, as well. You know, you can go up to Daintree rainforest. That's one of the oldest rainforests in the world. You know, you go up there, you get fucking attacked by cassowaries and bloody go swimming.
I've been to Queensland plenty of times before, though, but not
you go up
with the
China's
missus.
Creek and get attacked by
Yeah,
crocodiles.
like-
you know,
Like, we're talking about COVID and stuff like that. Banksy gets on there. Like Banksy's obviously from the UK, isn't he? And
yeah.
when he's doing the COVID stuff, instead of going to China, he does you went to Greece and stuff like that. So it's similar things to us. But mate, if you ever get a chance to travel around Australia and go up to the fucking Kimberley, mate, it is purely God's country, and that's what you call it here. Like you can call God's country around the world, but Australia is purely God's country because you've got places here, you've got places in this country that there's no one there, man. It's the most isolated place.
And if you go up, you start off at the Daintree, work your way down the coast, go all the way around until you get to Victoria, go around Melbourne, fuck Melbourne, you know, and go around the Great Australia, bite up the Nullarbor Plains over to
crocodile, or a fucking, you know, or a barramundi, or a fucking, you know, or a fucking dingo. You know,
Kimberley's is on my bucket list.
It's a special
definitely.
It's a special place. And like
Fraser Island's good.
9 times out of 10 to go to the Kimberley, you need to get you need to fucking actually apply to go there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Oh, permits,
That's fair enough. It's not Uluru, you know.
It's their land, man, eh?
Yeah. We had
they
on our
shut down
25th
Uluru.
on our 25th wedding anniversary when me and the missus went to Uluru, we had to pay the permit, mate. Yeah, fair enough. You know,
We
just
just, you know, we just did it. Like, obviously, I went with the guys from Northern Territory, from Darwin, and they fucking knew what they were doing. We didn't have to worry about it. But
just part of the cost, Pedro. Well, add into the trip cost. That's all.
It is. But like, at the end of the day, like,
worth it. Like Uluru, they had to shut Uluru down because the fucking tourism was killing it. You know?
No, but Ray, when you get Kimberley's not like the Kimberley's like it takes.
It's beautiful.
You've got to know what you're doing there, man. You can't.
Oh yeah, okay, you get eaten up there.
You can't just fucking drive into the place. You know?
Yeah, I know.
Indeed, mate. Me and the missus did the walk around Uluru
a
couple of years ago. 4 years ago, we walked around the base of the rock at 5 a.m. in the morning. And you can take certain photographs of certain areas, but you respect when you're told not to take a photo of this particular thing, right? Now, the guide, we went to some billabongs, as they call them in the for the people that are overseas. A billabong's like a small stream. And these billabongs had that much pollution in them.
Piss.
And it was because of people urinating on the top of the rock. And when the rain came down, the acidic nature put the urine down into these billabongs and streams, and it fucked the whole ecosystem, mate. So I'm all for not climbing the rock. I never climbed the rock. I didn't want to climb the rock.
They even had tourist operators, you know, where the bloody where the stone paintings are, where the rock paintings are,
throwing water on it,
throwing water over them, and fucking wearing them off. You know, just show people because they highlighted them.
Just because they wanted the tourists to get a good photo, highlighted by the water throwing to highlight the Aboriginal art. Yeah, well, and they've lost half the art.
I'm fucking, I'm big and protect people's culture, you know.
Right.
Indeed,
but anyway,
indeed.
Around there, you know, there was skeletons up Mount Me. You know, there's a mountain not far from where I am. You know, it's called MEE, Mount Me. But anyway, fucking at the top of it, there's caves, and there was bloody like skeletons in there, and in the 50s, they were missing people just grab bones and shit like that, But up in, have you heard of the Glasshouse Mountains?
Yeah.
Yes, I have.
Yeah, Glasshouse Mountain. When he was a young fella, he got a rope and he climbed down the front of it and he found a big cave there. And it was a burial ground for bloody Aboriginals. There had all these skeletons wrapped in bark in there. He just backed straight out of there and just went and told fucking the coppers about it, sort of thing. But I think it'll be protected for sure, Nobody knew, but he just sort of, somebody else would have known about it for sure, but he just found it by accident, But, he respected it, sort of thing, like, you don't get fuck up with that sort of stuff.
It's a big country, mate. It's a fucking massive country. Like,
oh, yeah.
Like, when we go, obviously, the blokes who are not Aussie on the chat there, and there's a couple of guys, Banksy and that, but and whatever, and like when we go to Thailand, we travel over Australia, like from Melbourne, because we travel over the country probably 7 hours out of 9 hours to Bangkok. You know what I mean? So we're traveling over our own country for like 7 hours.
It's huge.
It's
Burrowings. Where I live, used to be a burrowing about probably half a mile away from where I live, and then the women's burrowing was up the hill a bit. But anyway, the old man reckons when he was on the farm, if there's burrowings, you never get anything to grow on a burrowing because they'd just plough them up in the paddock, Yeah. And wherever that burrowing was, you'd never get anything to grow on it for some reason, whether male or female, because the men had their burrowing, the women had their burrowings. Where my mate lives down at Kalanga, we used to go out the back shooting, and there's two great big bloody shell middens there, because it was in the near the river. Anyway, what is it, Hayes Inlet it's called. And they used to go collect shells, like eugeries and bloody shellfish, and eat them there, sort of thing, have quabberies and stuff. Still there. Well, they've developed all the way around it there. I hope they've kept it.
Yeah, me and Mick's going to the fucking Billabong bar next week.
The Billabong bar. Getting a bit of culture into him.
Yeah, man. And I know 19 Tay.
Yeah. I've been talking to him for years.
I won't say his name on live stream, but 19 Tay he fucking loves Australia, man.
Yeah.
He fucking loves it. Oh, look, Joe's got the fucking
chicken.
Oh, he's got the bucket.
Yeah. There used to be a guy getting around here with the truck. He must have put up buildings for a living. He called himself Hector the Erector.
Yeah, no.
He was the name Chester the Molester.
He's a good bloke, 19 Day. He fucking loves Australia.
Yeah.
He's a big
well, he's in a nice part of America, Florida. They're all wanting to live there.
Yeah, I've never been there. Yeah. I'd like to go there.
Yeah, I've spoken to 1940 a few times on streams, on chats.
Yeah, he's a good bloke. He's fucking
he's good bloke.
That's a beer.
Man. That's the idea of this bloody. That's the idea of this bloody chat sort of thing, because you got a lot of people on here are like-minded, on the panel as well as in the chat, because they go out, they might have a falling out with one person in a bloody stream, so they go to the other fucking side or whatever, just trying to find someone to fucking, because they enjoy the chat sort of thing, and then when something like this pops up, they'll just swarm in like fucking bees on, like bees on honey, sort of thing,
I've got a couple of Buddhas here I want to show you guys. Like, while Joe's having his fucking fight, looks like Guy Young, but anyway.
Oh, bring on the Buddhas, Pedro, please.
Well, I do.
Yeah,
I know Suckhorn. I mean, ever since I travelled to Thailand and Southeast Asia, I kind of started fucking collecting fucking Buddhas.
Nice.
Anyway,
nice.
So
fair enough.
I just want to say a couple. Nothing special.
Rick Nelson will be watching this closely because he loves this sort of stuff.
So first off, we'll go.
Yeah, Bahamas would be beautiful. There's a lot of bloody history down there with wrecks.
We'll go to something new. So I was just in, if you watch my channel, I was in Sri Lanka just recently. And I was up in a pretty special Buddhist place in the central highlands of Sri Lanka. And I got this. I bought this Buddha, and it cost fuck all, you know. But
Yeah.
I actually don't know the name of it, but I just got it, and it was just one of those things, you know.
Yeah.
It's one of those things that you
Yeah,
look
I
at.
do.
Fuck, it brings
Yeah.
back, you know.
Usually tell what they have by the hand motions or the
Yeah,
hand,
but,
the hand positions.
but there's always a story to it. Like I got in the
yeah.
car and I said to the guy, I said, take me to I want to get it. I want to buy a nice Buddha, a good Buddha that's worth a bit of, you know, that's not one of those fucking ones you're fucking at the street corner, you know.
No.
He took me on the car and I paid him fucking $10 and we drove for fucking miles and we went to this shop and, you know, this guy's telling me about this Buddha and it's fucking old as fuck. And it's not old.
No.
It's not old. It's not old.
Yeah.
He was just bullshitting.
Yeah.
As they all do.
Pedro?
It was all about the I think I got it for about $10. So that's my Sri Lankan Buddha.
Yeah, fair enough.
Pedro, that's a Thursday Buddha.
Yeah, because of the hands.
It's a small one.
It's a Buddha for Thursday.
I'll only show you two. I'm not going to fucking bore you fucking blokes to death. This one, this one's a different story.
Is it no one?
Well, I reckon it probably is.
Like I watched a documentary about the Golden Buddha the other day.
Yeah, it was looking, you know, like fucking. I got this when I went with fucking Trevor. Trev, you know, everyone knows Trev's travel.
Trev.
I went to Vietnam in 1993.
Yeah.
Long time ago. Anyway, so I bought this Buddha over there in I think it was in like Nha Trang. I don't know if you heard of Nha Trang. It's like it's a bit halfway up between Saigon and what's the other fucking joint called up north? Hanoi.
Hanoi.
Anyway, so I got this. I bought this one. So it cost me
another Thursday Buddha.
Yeah, probably. You know what I mean? Like it's.
Oh.
Who fucking knows?
Look, man, it would have helped. It would have helped out the community. They would have been making those, trying to sell them. You know, so that would have helped them out.
Oh, look.
Well, I'm telling you, Pedro, the hands, and the seating position is the Thursday Buddha.
Yeah. I think I was born on the Thursday Buddha, I think.
Yeah, thanks, Donna, for it. I really appreciate that, man. I fucking love it. I love it. No, I fucking love fucking.
What happened to
that was the big gold one, mate. That was the big gold one.
They turned the shit in Sri Lanka, like politically, did it?
Hang on, before I get to the big one. This is the one I wear around my neck. And I got this from up on the farm. So what they do is they give you this fucking leather string, and when you put it on, you can pull it like that, and it like say I put it on there, right? It's broken, right? And you pull the string at the back, and it goes up there like that, right? And I wore that in Sri Lanka, and the fucking Sri Lankans fucking loved it.
Yeah,
really.
Oh, they're all Buddhist motherfuckers, man, and they fucking but it's broken. It's broken.
Yeah.
And I'm spewing because I wear all like when I go look, just little things like when I go to sucker horns when we go to lunch on Friday, I wear a Buddha. You know, I always try and do shit like that because I go around John O's house and I'm talking Thai. I like talking Thai. When my wife comes around, speaks to fucking his wife. You know what I mean?
Yeah, good. Yeah, they love that.
I like wearing the Buddhas and all that shit. But anyway, this one, I don't know if you see this, Rick or Michael Frosty.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Pull that like that. See that?
Yep.
Kind of broken, like it doesn't kind of work that way.
Yeah.
But this one's a good. This one really old. This one's from Nakhon Sawan, from Bangkok. This is like Bangkok Bisai, you know. This is it's like what you call like I don't know if you guys know, and I'll chant it once. And I reckon a couple of you blokes on the chat will probably know, but Namo Tassa Bhagavato Arahato Sama Sambuddhassa. Namo Tassa Bhagavato Arahato Sama Buddhassa. And that's what you do when you go. When you go to Thailand and you pray the Buddha, like you just do it, don't you? Like you go there, fucking the Buddha, everyone's doing it. So I used to say to Trevor, my mate Trev, I said, what am I going to say? Like, look after my family, But they reckon if you do that, if you chant that 3 times, that covers a whole lot.
Yeah.
If you say that Namo Tassa, Like I think Rick knows it, or Mossy, or
Rick would know it.
Yeah, Rick would know it.
Thanks, Chris. I've had a few drinks. Don't worry about that.
So, what's the story with the big gold one behind you, Pedro?
Not much. Not much. This is a Buddha that really is just something you pull off sitting in the road.
Right.
Yeah. You just pull off sitting in the road. So that doesn't really in our. I've got it in my room, just above my bed, but that's really nothing much at all. It's not blessed. It's really just a fucking something you buy at an antique shop, or not antique, just you know what I mean?
Mate,
Tim,
yeah, mate.
Got a question. How come I don't have the button like the screen? When we practice, underneath the screen you got all the bloody. You can change the screen around and all that sort of stuff, and all the bloody overlays and shit like that.
Just hang on a sec. Can you see to the right-hand side of your screen at the moment?
Yeah, I'm on the desktop.
Okay. Do you have 4 options up there? Do you have comments, banners, brand, and private chat?
Comments and private chat. That's it.
You have comments and private chat. I would suggest you've signed in under your normal name and haven't selected the destination to be Titanium in the options that come up on StreamYard.
Oh, yeah, no worries. I just clicked onto that link that you put on thing. No, it's okay. I was just curious. I don't need them.
So just to confirm, on the right-hand side of your computer screen, the far right-hand side across the right.
Yeah, I know what you mean. They're not there.
You don't have banners,
private
brand,
chat and comments. No, I don't have it all there.
Well, I can't explain that.
Yeah, it's weird. But anyway, it's no big deal. But,
the only reason for an explanation would be you've signed in under a different. There's 2 options when you come into StreamYards.
Yeah, but I just clicked onto that link.
One is Titanium. One is your own.
Yeah. Yeah, right. Yeah, well,
if
when
you're signed into StreamYards prior, as you were before on the previous stream.
Yeah.
If you're signed in under your normal name, and you may not have noticed what options you had in the previous stream,
you
need to select the Titanium stream to have those options selected.
Yeah, we'll work all that out later anyway. I'm just curious, Sort of, but anyway.
Prior preparation prevents piss poor performance.
No, well, I just clicked onto the link because I just want to get the thing going again,
Yeah.
You put on,
so what's he got? What's he got now?
Fucking Medusa.
My goodness.
Well, I just went downstairs. I'm puffed out now.
Hang on, you went downstairs? Oh, downstairs.
Yeah,
How you going, Crowy?
Double story.
Hey, Crowy's here.
Yeah, Crowy.
No, Crowy.
Just in time, Crowy.
Yeah.
I'm going to tell you about the story about these two blokes.
Yeah.
And they weigh a fucking ton over that. I went to Cambodia about, I've been there a couple of times. It was 3 years ago, up to Siem Reap.
Oh,
I know you blokes have been there. Fucking beautiful. You go to like Angkor Wat, You know, you've been there, you guys.
I have,
Chris?
mate. I have, yeah. I have, yep.
Anyway, so I'm up there and I'm walking through the town. And I just love the Buddhas and all that. And they took me to all these shops and it was all bullshit and all that crap. You know, I buy this, they're worth 100. You know, they're real and fucking they're 1,000 years old and fucking blah, blah.
Oh yeah.
What are they made of? What are they made of, Pedro? What are they made of?
I don't know. They're fucking heavy as fuck, though.
Are they wood or metal?
Metal.
Okay.
So anyway,
computer.
So I'm walking through, saying this giant. I'm in Sea of Breep, if you guys, there's like a walking street and all that kind of stuff there. In a market and all that kind of stuff. So I went to this like fucking shop and all these Buddhas there, like these two, and I wanted a heap of money for them, And I'm no. Too expensive. Pang, well, I don't speak fucking Cambodian. Yeah.
Look, there's a stream killer.
Anyway, so long story short, guys, fucking waste your fucking time. But I bought these two fuckers for fuck all, really. I reckon they're probably about, I don't know, 50 bucks each. 50, but that wasn't the problem. The biggest problem about these two fuckers was getting them out of the country.
Right.
You know what I mean? That's what I'm talking about.
Yep.
Like my baggage weighed a fucking ton when I put these cunts in the fucking baggage. You know what I mean? Anyway, I got them out and they're here now. And it cost me a lot of money. And they're here now and I fucking love them. And I fucking love this stuff,
Hey, Pedro.
Yep.
There's something that I completely understand what you're saying because I collect monks, statues of monks and Buddhas, and I completely understand where you're coming from. If you like it, you buy it, and if it suits well in your house, you love it.
Oh, look, man, I couldn't get these back. This is you can't do it. Like, I tell you what, if I had you couldn't sell it, you can't sell them. Seriously.
No.
This is like, look, I'm telling you, this is like, have a look at the fuckers, man.
That's beautiful, mate.
Look at it.
Yeah.
Kangas covered it.
Outstanding, Pedro.
Look at that. It's heavy as fuck.
Joe's having a fucking smoke by the looks of things.
Look at the fucking cut thing, mate.
Maybe pewter or bronze. Pewter or bronze, one of the two.
Oh, that's
more of a. Hang on.
I bought that from Cambodia in my bag. I don't even know.
But Pedro, that one you're holding is not a Thai Buddha. That's more of an Indian Buddha, isn't it?
That's Cambodian, man. That's Cambodian.
Oh, my apologies. Yeah, my apologies. Yeah.
That's this. I got this back to Australia in my bags, mate. If I got caught, I've been fucked.
Yeah.
Look at the fucking man. It's fucking massive.
Like you're talking once it's above a certain dimension and stuff, you've got to have a permit to export sort of thing, are you?
You need a permit for any Buddha over in Thailand and like Rick will tell you that.
Above a certain dimension though, not the touristy Buddhas, but if it's a proper Buddha.
Yeah, you'd be surprised. If they want to get you, they'll get you.
Of course. Yeah, of course.
If they want to get you, they'll get you. They got me before.
Yeah. Right. Okay.
Well, I got me before. I don't remember that. Well, they're taking Buddha out of Bangkok and they wanted I bought it. No shit. I bought it at a shop in Singapore Road, right? And they reckon I fucking knocked it off out of a temple, and I thought it was like 200 fucking years old. The thing was fucking cheap as fuck. Like it was a copy, and you've got to get if you want to leave the country, if you want to leave Thailand with a Buddha, you have to get the fucking permit. You've got to get a permit.
Yep.
It costs you fuck all. It costs you fuck all, but you have to get it at a shop before you go. You can't get it at the airport.
I'll just address a comment in the chat. Chris, Vic, you're not allowed to take them, I presume, out of Thailand.
No.
You can, mate, but if they're a certain dimension or a certain majesty or a certain relic, you have to have a permit to take them out. Is that correct, fellas?
Yeah. You need.
I thought Ray's headphones were going to work out the burps, farts, and the fucking microwave.
No, you're like Chris Vic. You can't take Buddhas out of Thailand without. This is by the law. By the law, which we can all get over. By letter of law, you cannot take Buddhas out of the country without getting a fucking permit. I'm telling you.
Yeah, true.
You cannot do it. Like Chris Vic said, you can't do it. You can't. By law, you cannot take a Buddha figure out of the kingdom.
By law.
And Chris asked in an extension of his question previously. Okay,
yeah,
so where do you get a permit from?
You get them in Bangkok. You get, like Vic will know, like, unfortunately, it's a fuck around. You've got to go into Bangkok to get before you get to the airport. It's not hard, but it's a bit of a fuck around. All it is paying more money. That's all it is. It's just paying more money.
Yeah.
Tim, when you make it back here, I'd like to take you to a couple of places I've been to recently. If you're into those the little Buddhas.
Yes.
The little monks, rather.
Yes.
Puntip is one place that comes to mind straight away. That there was, I'd say there would have been maybe 10 to 15 different stalls selling those in all different sizes and heights.
When I was talking to you the other night, and you said you were at the Grand Palace at a restaurant or something or a market.
Yep.
And do you remember I said, are you at the Tung Waileng Pier?
No, I wasn't there.
Mrs. Yeah, but hang on. Mrs. Bart come on and said, hello, Mrs. Bart, Swaddy Cup. And so this is where I've got these ones.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I've seen those and many other, posers and many other monks as Rick has just put in the chat, Puntip Plaza. Yeah, they're everywhere in Puntip Plaza.
Rick knows all about that shit, man, eh?
I'm actually going back to Puntip Plaza tomorrow. So if I remember, I'll get my phone out and see if I can sneak a couple of photos.
Please do, mate. Please do.
Hello.
Just like a vlog on it, Joe, if you can.
No, I'm not interested in vlogging, mate. That's not me.
Okay.
I'm not a YouTuber.
But Joe, like whatever you see and send the photos, I won't ask you to buy them for me because I like buying them myself in Thailand as a memoir of my own trip. You know what I mean?
Sure. Sure.
Yeah.
I just thought if you're into collecting them and if you're into them, there is a big selection of Puntip. I noticed, a couple of weeks ago when I was out there.
Massive over there.
Yeah.
Massive. Like
So Puntip's the one on the. I think we discussed this the other day as well. On one of the floors, they got computers.
Yeah. One of the floors is computers. Two of the floors are the amulets, right?
Yes,
amulets. So there's 2 floors just for amulets. 1 floor for like secondhand markets, and another floor for just mixed. Downstairs is like clothing and restaurants.
The biggest thing with what we're just talking about, amulets and Buddha figures and all that stuff. It's you don't buy them. Like buying them from a shop or something like that, it just defeats the purpose. You've got
100%.
with Buddhas.
You get the one that means something to you.
Got to get given to you. Given by family and stuff like that. That's what. Yeah, that's what Buddha. That's what it means. It doesn't buy a shop. It doesn't mean shit, right? Yeah. I got given. I'll give you one example. I got given a Buddha. It was like just an amulet around the neck. It looked really old, and I got it back in Melbourne. And they said, "Oh, it's old. It's old as fuck." It goes back in the day, and it's fucking worth heaps of money and shit like that. And I took it back to my wife's farm in Nakhon Sawan, and we went to this fucking shop where they fix all the fucking, they do all this kind of stuff. They put the Buddhas in the plastic and the glass and all that shit. And the guy that was was doing this shit was mixed. He was a monk. He was a Thai monk.
Hello, what happened there?
Hang on.
Someone's
taking him off.
His job was putting like amulets in like plastic and glass and that. You know what I'm talking about, Joe? All that shit they put down. Anyway, so we took this Buddha there that a bloke told me in Australia it was it was old as fuck and it was fucking this and that. And we took it to this guy who was he derobed. He wasn't a monk anymore, but he was just he was just doing this shit, putting fucking strings on Buddhas and all that kind of stuff. That was his job. And I took it to him, right? And I showed him within fucking 2 fucking minutes, mate. 2 minutes. He looked at it and he just goes, "You buy that? You buy that in Singapore Road tomorrow for fucking 5 minutes."
Well, one thing I noticed in the Pantip Plaza on those couple of levels where they do the amulets, they all have a lot of literature, a lot of books, and that sitting around. I mean, this one is stamps because I'm into stamps, but there's a lot more books into amulets than there are, stamp collecting, and they seem to know what they're talking about. And a couple of places actually have a policeman as a full-time security guard sitting at their shops. So there must be some value there in some of that stuff.
For sure, you would through stamps, you'd know, Joe. Like if you're in that, like in that involved in that environment with stamps, it just goes on with the Buddhas and stuff. Like it's all bullshit, mate. Seriously, I knew it was bullshit, and the Buddha looked really old. And it had like the bloke said to me like it was like the hairs from the monk and all that kind of stuff. Mate, the ex-monk looked at it for fucking 30 seconds, mate. He goes, "It's fucking nothing. It's worth nothing." You know what I mean?
Just give me a minute. I'm just trying to find a photo and a story to share with you. So just bear with me, fellas.
I know we've all been through it, and especially with stamps, Joe, with with the good and the bad, what's worth something, what's worth not something, and you get fucking ripped off. That happens in Thailand.
Oh, it happens. Yeah,
and with Buddhas especially, Buddhas is a massive money thing over in Thailand, if you know your shit.
But the bottom line is, gentlemen, that what it's worth is what you're willing to pay for it, isn't it?
What anybody is prepared to pay for it.
Yeah. So a classic fucking example, Joe, is stamps.
For sure. For sure. See you 19.
See you 19.
Yeah, there's like I've got catalogs that tell me what they're worth, catalog value, both mint unhinged, used, or they have different,
how do you know?
Different variations.
How do you know though? How do you know what's what? What's real and what's not?
When you play with them enough and you handle enough stamps, you get to know what's real and what isn't real.
Yeah.
I'm in no way saying that I'm an expert on stamps. No doubt in my fucking, I don't know, 6,000-7,000 stamps, there's got to be one or two, frauds in there, a couple of fakes in there, I'm sure. But to me, I'm not aware of it. So, and until I'm told otherwise, I'm still going to treat it as a valuable stamp.
Yeah,
sure.
Well,
And
you're never gonna. I would say you're never gonna touch what's fucking real and what's not in Thailand. Like if you don't, you're a flung. So I think that
I disagree with stamps. Yeah, with stamps, I've made a couple of contacts, a couple of connections, and I have seen some stamps that have just blown me away. Like fuck, you've got that, and that they haven't tried to push it onto me. They haven't tried to tell me, oh yeah, this, it's there. There's a price on it. If you want to own that stamp, you've got to fucking hand over the dollars.
Yeah.
So to me, that tells me he's in no way in a hurry to fucking get rid of it, because he understands stamps like I do. He can see the value of that stamp, and he knows he doesn't have to fucking try and sell it or upsell it for me to empty my wallet. He loves the stamps. He's a stamp collector himself, or he's a stamp dealer. They can see the value in the product. If it's a fake, they're trying to fucking sell it. They're trying to fucking get it into your pocket, and they want to barter with you. And look, you buy, I'll give you a good price. And fuck that. Stamp dealers and stamp collectors won't fucking drop their pants and say, how much do you want to pay me?
Buying a fucking watch in Cigarette Roads. This watch is real. Is it like that? Is it like I've seen it so many times. These fucking cunts selling fucking watches in Cigarette Road. They're the real deal. And people.
Nobody has tried to sell me stamps.
Okay.
I go up and I inspect the stamps and I tell them what I'm interested in and what I'm not interested in. I'll shrug off what I'm not interested in.
What about
and
language?
they're not trying.
What do you do with language though, Joe? What are you doing?
I've got my interpreter.
Okay.
My agent goes with me everywhere.
Okay.
And they can tell body language. You don't need language. We're looking at a stamp. We're looking at an item that if we're looking at a stamp and he's a genuine stamp collector and he knows his product.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah.
Just the body language. We're going to know what's going on. I've bought a lot of stamps from a guy in not JJ Mall, across from Chatuchak.
Yeah, g'day, Ty Time. There you go, mate.
G'day, Ty Time. Welcome, mate. And he had no idea what stamps were worth. So he's selling them to me at face value. And I bought a shitload of stamps off him because he had no idea. He just, fuck, whatever I can get for him.
What do you want? Is your wife get involved in that, or is that just you?
No, it's just me. She supports, like, if I need translation and that sort of thing, she supports me. Yeah. But it's my thing. It's my little hobby, and it's what I do.
Cool.
I'm starting to sell. I'm starting to sell, stamps as well.
So what's the what's your end game? You just a collector, or you want to make money?
I'm a collector. No, I'm a collector, and I want to piss off what I don't, want to hold on to. So I'm happy to just get my money back on stuff that it's just sitting there. I don't particularly want it because it
doesn't matter whether you do or not.
Yeah. Like example, that there is worth maybe $10, $11, right? US. I'm happy to let that go for fucking $2. I don't give a fuck. I haven't paid that much for it. Okay. So if I'm getting my money back on it, because they're all used and there's nothing of real value in that.
Then they're stamped, are they?
They're used. Yeah, they're used stamps.
What do they call the stamps? What do they call them?
Mint unhinged.
Mints. That's it.
Mint unhinged. I'll show you. Stamp alert. I saw Henry say in the chat, stamp alert. But if you look at this there, See, these are old. These are, you know, we're going back into the 1800s.
Oh, really?
So you know, the first three are unused, but the last two are used. The last two have actually been stamped. You know, they've been, you know, cancelled.
Right.
So in this particular case, the mint unhinged are worth more than the used.
Right.
But in some cases, the used can be worth more than the unused because of the stamp, because of the cancel. So if it's cancelled in Battambang, for example, which was part of Thailand at one point, but it's really, you know, Cambodia, you know, those stamps are worth, you know, those cancels are worth big money because it's no longer in Thailand. But it was a Thailand post office. It was a Thailand issue.
Henry Blake was on the chat there. He goes, I'm happy to buy fake Rolexes every day, $40, $60. But you know what you're getting and might last a year. I've got some 6 to 10 years old still ticking. You know what I mean?
100%. Yeah. It's a lottery. It's a lottery with the watches.
Yeah.
So I've got a story for you, fellas.
Yeah, it's just kind of weird, isn't it? Yeah, go on then. What's going on? What's the story?
So I'm going to share my screen, and I tested this with the kangaroo the other night, Joe. So you're going to have to approve the picture to come on screen because I haven't got a dual screen. I've got two computers, but I haven't got shared screens. So
okay, so where's the picture?
Well, I'm about to do it now.
Okay, right.
So when I put it up, I'll tell you the story. Okay. So just hang on a minute.
Yep.
Share screen, and then I've got to upload it to a Google Chrome tab. Hang on a second. Open with Google.
Sorry, Ray. I only just.
I can't get back on. I don't know what the fuck's going on. I'm signed into StreamYards. Be fucked if I know, I've tried everything. That's why I've been going off and on trying to sort it out.
Where the fuck you been, Ray? What have you been doing, man?
Fuck me. I don't fucking know. I'm going to fucking get some. Fuck me.
Oh,
okay, so
anyway,
Google search.
Okay,
so just let me stand by for a minute.
Yeah.
Right.
Stand by, guys.
Okay. Can you see that, Joe?
Yeah, what's that? That looks like
Can you see that, guys?
Well, it looks like a fucking two blokes in some fucking market.
Okay.
No, I see one bloke and a woman.
Oh, okay, so a bloke and a woman.
Okay, so I had another picture, but my wife was in the picture with these two beautiful people. So I opted not to share that one, but this one I shared. So the story is, remember I was saying to you about the Tung Wailang Pier, Joe, when I got the monk stuff. This is 2017, and the missus and I were walking along through the shops and all this sort of stuff. And we saw the gentleman on the right in the picture. And we started talking to him, and he said, I'd like to introduce you to my mother, who's 95 years of age at the moment. Right? That woman on the left is 95 at the time in 2017, right? Now, if you go up the top of the picture, there's a Thai woman in the picture with a child, and that is her meeting King Rama 9.
Oh, I can't see it, man.
Can't see it?
Well, yeah. Okay.
Okay. So we had a beautiful conversation about many, many things. And he's been here with his mother for 40 to 50 years. He's in his 70s, right? And this is why I love Thailand, mate, because of experiences like this. When you talk to people like this, because you learn so much about stuff. Sure, they're sellers. They didn't try to sell us anything. They just talked to us. and the wife and I fucking loved it, right? So, as a result of, just stand by for a sec, let's just get rid of that.
Fucking hell.
Go back to StreamYard. So, as a result of that, he gave me this.
Hang on.
Oh, I'm sure
I'm
you
just
did.
trying to get a focus.
What
The
fuck's
white. It doesn't show. It's a beautiful amulet, mate, of a Buddha, and he gave it to us with no conditions whatsoever. It's a Buddha. It's a Buddha surrounded by the Naga, and it was a wonderful gesture. And they wanted nothing for it, mate. You know, we offered, but they wanted nothing for it.
Of course.
And
Of course, they didn't want fuck all. Yeah.
just another beautiful experience in Thailand, fellas. You know, like outstanding.
Rick just sent me. Oh no, here we are. We're all getting all fucking Buddhist and history and all this shit going on. But Rick just sent me a fucking.
That's Mrs. Bart with the king.
No way.
Is that right?
Is your Mrs.
Fuck.
King?
With King Rama 9.
No way.
Yep. Yeah, wait. That's it. It's fucking framed and everything, mate. There.
No, that's fucking.
That's outstanding.
No, that's fucking. That's.
Do you want me to
bullshit.
get, honey? Come here,
Bring her in. Bring her
Oh,
in.
careful.
honey. Come here.
Careful, Joe. Oh, I had a testy pop then. Careful. Careful, Joe.
Nah,
Fair dinkum. Keep here.
stick your head in there. Just stick
Keep
your head in.
here. Say hi.
Side
Say hi.
cup, Mrs. Bart. Side cup.
Okay.
Say hi. Good bit.
That's-
Good bit.
That's her.
Fair dinkum. That's outstanding.
Oh man, how good's that? Fuck, how good.
You haven't heard this
Oh, hang on.
YouTuber say. You haven't heard this YouTuber say, "Oh, yeah, my Thai family's connected."
Hang on, you cunts. I'll just show my amulet again. I've been flying fucking straight out of the water.
I mean, that's fucking fantastic. Like seriously, your missus is
That
kept the king.
That is
Yeah, it's
outstanding.
That doesn't happen every day of the week, mate.
King Rama 9, the most revered king of Thailand.
Oh, well done, well done.
Bloody hell.
I want the king's sister. The king's sister. She has the biggest and probably most valued stamp collection in Thailand.
Wow.
I'd love to meet her.
Yeah, that Chris Vick reckons his missus met the king as well back in the day.
Yeah.
So good on you guys, and it's got me going now. And like,
Great king.
I'll be back in a minute. I'm going to get a drink and I'm going to get more Buddhists because I just fucking love this.
Yeah, good on you. Bring it on. It's all about Thailand, Pedro.
That's it.
You look back, make sure you didn't break any others first.
Oh, this is fucking great. So, have you got Ray? Have you got any collectibles apart from motor stuff and caravans and motor vehicles? Do you have a special thing that you do in Thailand, or?
No, just cruise ships, not shot glasses of cruise ships, and when I travel, I always
Okay.
get shot glasses.
Yep.
Bourbon, but I've nearly drunk all the bourbon now.
Zimmy's gone, hasn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah, Zimmy's gone now, mate. Yeah, he's got the windmill collection.
He collects
Well, I was
condoms.
going to say, I was going to say we could have him on one night. He could show us the used condoms, the collection.
Indeed,
He
and
probably
all the 5 different coasters from the windmill.
Yeah, 5.
I'm just saying, there's probably
Oh,
one,
right.
but
I
I'm
know,
assuming.
he
I've never been to Pat's, mate, so I don't know what goes on. But fucking hell, I didn't get.
They'd have to be stained to be genuine, right? The coasters.
Oh, yeah,
I didn't get to finish my rant before. I was going to have a little rant about Zimmy and the windmill.
He proudly displays the fucking
He
mask.
purported the fact, and I love his Zimmy, don't get me wrong, purported the fact that he was going to go up country, bloody do this, get in touch with Thailand, beautiful stuff, lovely, wonderful, feel good stuff. And then he spent a month and a half in Pat's and then went up country in the last 2 days to meet the missus he's been in communication with for 3 years.
No. He's fucking lucky he never got hacked up by enough fucking an overzealous
Yeah.
uncle.
Yeah, Dick didn't come back to Australia as Dickless Zimmy.
Uncle with bamboo chop, dangerous man.
No, he got a mask that he proudly fucking shows off. Windmill mask.
A mask?
Yeah,
Really?
mask.
Oh, I haven't seen that one.
I think so, Henry. I think so, mate. Hey, can we break the rules for the first night and get Henry on if he wants to come on?
Yeah, if he wants to come on, he's more than welcome to come on. Well, technically, this is not our first show. This is our second show.
Yeah.
Ray put an end to the first one.
Yeah.
It is, indeed. Good point. I'm just trying to work out. I've got Henry on...
How many we got?
Have you got Henry on
160 watches.
on any other means other than WhatsApp, Joe? I've got Henry on WhatsApp.
We can post the link in the chat. We've got the banners. We've got the overlay. So if it's not Henry, then we don't let him on.
Sweet.
Put your dick out.
Yep.
I mean,
you want me to do
maybe.
that?
Well, maybe ask him. Does he want to come on?
What? Indeed. Yeah. If his missus is working the same thing of a weekend, he'd be charged up by now. Fucking Henry the big unit. Look out, hang on.
Oh,
Pedro's coming back. Let Pedro go for 5 minutes.
He just dug that. He just dug that one out of the backyard. He just dug it
That's
up.
the Emerald Buddha. That's the Emerald Buddha from Banger's replica.
Fuck, you got a memory and a half.
Yeah,
I can't remember what I had for breakfast.
That's the Emerald Buddha, Pedro.
Yeah, it's a bacao. They call it bacao or something like that. I was telling my wife, she's in bed, and I'm going, "Oh, where's it from?" We took this back from Thailand. Look at the fucking size of the fucking thing, man.
Yeah.
But is that the same replica as the one in the King's Palace? The Emerald Buddha? Yeah.
Okay, and then I've got the...
Some people say I don't know my stuff. Well, there you go.
We'll put this up here because the wife is real nervous.
Look, I've got a bloody
Have you got a
fucking
blue
blown glass fucking ornament from the fucking out of the Pacific once on a boat cruise and fucking broke it coming back.
Put that there, I think. Right, the amulets. These ones I've just...
Yeah, you didn't see Rick on my live stream a couple of years ago. Where he came on with the amulet.
Joe, he just sent me a photo. He just sent me a photo of the same thing.
Yeah, he's got some doozies.
Should we get Rick on as well?
Rick,
as well as Henry.
We'll throw the link in there if you guys want to pop on. By all means, carry on the chat. I mean, it's still. Yeah, don't pop off on the channel. If you need to, go and pop off first before popping on here.
That's outstanding, Pedro. That's outstanding, mate.
Yeah, but there's a story to each of them. There's a story to each one, to where I got them from. You know, where I was in Thailand and like even these little fucking ones here, like the ones that don't really look that much, but there's a story around the whole lot of them. You know, like like Rick just sent me a kind of a picture of the same thing. And like when you're in Thailand, like the fucking Thai blokes up on the farm and that, we're not talking about fucking, you know, like when Joe goes up the farm with his wife and Suckerhorn goes up. You see the real Buddhists up there. You know, they wear this all the time.
Yeah.
You know? They'll go to fucking work and they'll work in the rice fields and they'll wear this stuff, you know.
Pedro, have you got a Sakant blessed by a monk at all?
A what, sorry?
Sakant tat at all?
No, a tattoo?
Yeah.
No, I don't believe in them, really.
Believe in tattoos?
No, not really. I got a...
Show us your... Yeah.
I've got a...
what?
Buddhist tattoo there.
Shows you what?
Like it's a monk. Sorry, it's a Buddha, but it's nothing. It's nothing that's been blessed or anything like that. You know, like I don't get the.
Yeah. No, just a question, mate. I was just
Yeah,
asking.
no, I just it just, to me it's like whatever, you know, like you got to be in the environment, you got to be there, you know.
Is that you, Brian? Brian, is that you?
It's me. Hey now.
1, 2, 3.
1, 2, 3. Check.
Okay.
Hey now.
Hey now.
Yeah, right.
Hello, sir. Long time.
Greetings. Yeah. It has been.
Bloody hell.
Yeah.
My goodness. You still
just
living in the land of smiles, Brian?
I am. We've got a condo in Bangkok, and then we've got the house in the village. So it's been about probably 2/3 of the time in Bangkok, about a third out in the village. Time in Bangkok, I think, is going to be wrapping up. I think we're going to be moving on to somewhere else. So,
Well, is that cool? You've had enough of Bangkok, or?
I have. Initially, the plan before the big Rona stuff, or when we thought the Rona was going to be finished, was we were going to stay in Bangkok for 6 months to a year and explore various places throughout Thailand and see where we wanted to stay for a year. But the Rona kind of screwed that up and didn't go away, as we all know. So yeah, I've had my fill of Bangkok, so I think we're gonna move on
Where are you
somewhere
gonna
else.
head to? You reckon? When are you gonna go to? You reckon?
I'm not really sure, but the clock is ticking, so we've got about a month to decide. So
South, north, south.
Yeah, I think potentially south. I'm not a huge fan of like Chiang Mai, Chiang Rai, and then of course we've got the place in Isan in the Buriram province. Buriram province. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
You would live there? Would you live in Buriram?
When I get much older, potentially. I do enjoy it. I enjoy Bangkok and various other places, and I do enjoy the village for about 3 weeks maximum, and then it gets a little old. So yeah, maybe when I get much older.
I can relate to that.
Right.
Fuck yeah.
That was a picture of Rick's amulets that I just
that's a fucking great photo. You know, Rick's all over that kind of stuff, isn't he?
Hey, Brian. Hey, Brian.
Yes, sir.
How as an older man, and we're all the same sort of vintage, how are you dealing with health cover in Thailand?
Coming from the States, and I know a lot of countries aren't like this, but coming from the States, I'm kind of used to having to buy insurance. Otherwise, I wouldn't be retired today based on the health care I received in the States. But I have to say I've been a slacker. At this point, I still have not purchased any health insurance, and I need to get on that. Mrs. B reminded me of that just yesterday. So I need to do that.
Having said that, may you consider this a virtual slap in the face to lift your game and get onto it, champion?
Got to get onto it. Got to get onto it.
Yes. I mean, even if it's not a sickness, I mean, I could be crossing the street and get hit by a bus. So I definitely need to do that. And I'm no spring chicken, so I'm sure inevitably something's going to come up. So I do.
Yeah,
I do need to do that.
Just the basics to cover you in case of an accident.
What have you done, Joe? Like you just recently got to Thailand. So what's your cover?
No, I've got. I've ended up going with this mob, Cigna, but I went through a brokerage that sent me all the details of I think 11 different companies in Thailand, and I went through them all, and tick, no, cross, fuck him off, no, well, fuck, that's way too expensive. Yeah, that sounds reasonable. Read through all the fine print, Took me about 3 weeks to go through it all, but that's the one I ended up for. I mean, that's what I think is going to suit me. But I'm fully covered. Inpatient. I don't think I need outpatient or need to worry too much about outpatient for the moment, based on what I think my age and health. But you need something just in case, like if you get hit by a bus or something, you could be getting a fucking $1 million baht, bill. So
well, it's not going to happen. It's not going to happen, is it really? But it could happen.
Be prepared. What's the Scouts motto? Be prepared, and you won't need it. But
look what happened to Kev.
Exactly. I forget the terminology, but it's something extraordinary, right? Because I mean, if something happens and potentially I have to pay like $5,000 that I could do that. It would suck, but I could do it. But if it's something more than that, I would like to be covered, and I definitely need to get on that. Yes.
But like just for example, addressing Ray. Like you like cruising on a cruise ship.
Yeah, I know, but I'm just going to say
you
wouldn't
tick the
want
box.
to hey?
No, but hang on. Do you tick the box for
word
cruise ship insurance?
Can I just say something first? I just want to get a word. I've just been cut out. You wouldn't want to get cancer over
You haven't.
No?
You haven't.
What's that?
You haven't been cut out at all.
Oh, I've been just trying to say fucking look what happened to Kev, man. He got cancer and they just cleaned him out. Something terrible. Everything.
Yep. But that was also.
I always get travel insurance on a cruise ship. Always.
Yeah, indeed.
Yeah, always.
That was sad about Kev, because he had said he had planned on getting insurance when he turned 60, and that happened to him when he was 59. So
50 years, right?
Yeah.
59.
Because whenever I've gone to Thailand, sorry, mate.
But it does get harder to get insurance, and it was a lot easier. I've spoken to a couple of people. It was a lot easier to get health insurance 5 years ago, for example. Now it is harder, and it's something that the broker actually said to me. He said, the longer you leave it, the harder it'll be. Because every year older, like if you're some insurance companies won't even look at you if you're 60. That's how it's got. They won't even fucking look at you.
After 70s, the cutoff, mate.
Right.
After 70, you're pretty much on your own.
Yeah, 70 plus, and you haven't had any previous coverage, you're not going to find it, from what I've heard.
That's right.
How much are you paying, Joe, for insurance?
I think it costs me. I paid annually just to. I don't like the recurring bills or having to fucking remember or all that sort of shit.
Yep.
For the year, it cost me 48 or 43. I think it was 43,000.
What's that? A couple hundred Australian dollars.
Australian, so 40.
So
44. No, 1,700.
Yeah.
Okay.
About 44. Let's say 44,000. But there was a comment there from Henry. Anything major with notice, can you run back to Australia? Yeah, that's also with the whatever they call it. Extradite. It's extradite is not the right word.
Repatriation.
Expatriate. Yeah.
What's it called?
Yeah.
Depends on what it is.
Repatriation or expat. Yeah, one of those.
There you go.
Yeah. Depends on what it is. If you get something like a brain tumor, you can't get on a plane to press or just fucking expedite or something terrible. I know 2 people that it's happened to and it's just killed them.
I'll give you an example. 4 years ago, I was in Koh Samui, and one of my mates I used to work with, fucking great bloke, he got hit by he had a motorbike accident. He had no insurance at all. No insurance at all. He died. It cost him to medevac him back to Australia, back to the one of the most sophisticated fucking brain hospitals in the world. the Alfred Hospital in Melbourne. It cost him 150,000 Australian dollars to ship him back from Koh Samui. So it was like a hospital on a plane.
Yep.
And it cost him fucking $150,000 to medevac back to fucking to Melbourne. And he fucking I was there with him, man. Look, I won't go through too much about what I've done in Thailand. I've been to Thailand 45 times, right? I've been there a lot of times, man.
Yeah.
And I speak pretty good Thai. I've seen some shit over there, and my best mate died over there fucking 4 years ago.
Oh, jeez.
Look, it is what it is. I love the country. And I've been through a lot of shit over there, and I fucking, it is what it is. So, and that was one of it. He went back, man. $150,000 it cost to ship him back to Australia.
Gee.
And that was no insurance, man. He had no insurance because he had no helmet when he got knocked off the bike.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, not covered. Yeah, not covered.
Covered. Bang.
Yeah,
you don't have. Yeah, it doesn't take much for them to find a chink in your armor.
Well, they come down.
The insurance companies.
They come down from Bangkok, interview me, some English bloke, work for fucking some insurance company. They're going, oh my God, fucking just tell him he wore a helmet. Just tell him he wore a helmet. But he had no license either. So when you're riding a motorbike in Thailand and you're fucking driving time, if you got no license here, man, you're not covered.
Yep. Yeah. 100%. Yep. Yep.
But I'm of the understanding. I haven't witnessed it, and I haven't had to, experience it. But I'm of the understanding that if you have an accident, the insurance company is there before the fucking rescue mob, before the ambulances.
He got knocked off he got knocked off the road, mate. They never caught the bloke. Right? I'm not saying that like he was pissed or anything. He was sober as a Joe. It was like 10 o'clock in the morning. Some fucking Thai bloke knocked him off the road, and you know what? They did fucking nothing. Absolutely nothing. The bloke died. My mate died, and the coppers did fuck all.
Yeah, that's ordinary.
That's what happens. You just can't leave anything to fucking chance.
That's what I'm saying. Like, now go back. You've got to be insured, man. You've got to be insured.
Yep, 100%. But Ray, what I was addressing you with before as well was with insurance. Whenever I go to Thailand, my insurance covers certain things, and I tick the box. I'm not going to ride a motorbike and all that sort of stuff because I haven't got a motorbike license in Australia. I used to, but I don't now. And there's a tick box to, are you going on a cruise? And if I was ever going on a cruise, I would tick it because friends of ours, my wife and I, had to have a medical evac by helicopter in the Greek islands. And thankfully, they ticked the box.
Yeah. You got
it would have come to 150, as Pedro said, $150,000 or $200,000. Easy.
Yeah, I would be. If you go to Thailand, you wouldn't be going on a boat cruise. But if I go out in the Pacific, where I usually go, I've got a fucking, it's covered anyway, But I know somebody that they broke their leg on a cruise ship. Anyway, they got to Noumea. When they got to the hospital, there's nobody there. They could run the fucking X-ray machine. Anyway, luckily, one of the friends was a nurse. That in Australia they could run that machine, so they did the bloody thing. It cost him some fucking astronomical amount to get it done, but he had insurance that got covered. Just got to be so fucking careful, eh?
What do you got there, mate?
This is why I'm on this channel, and I'll fucking tell you is I fucking love fucking Thailand. It's my wife is Thai, my kids speak fluent Thai, and my best mate fucking died there.
Is that your mate there, Pedro?
This is the day before he died.
Oh fuck. Man.
This is in Koh Samui, the day before he died.
Heavy stuff, mate. Heavy stuff.
It's what we all love about Thailand, and Joe lives there, and I fucking take my hat off to you, mate, because you fucking live there, and you made a big sacrifice in your life, and I fucking love that.
I just when COVID hit, COVID actually pushed me into it because it showed me that, you know, our time here is fucking very, very short.
100%.
You know, here one day, gone tomorrow. And then, you know, the likes of, you know, I didn't have anyone personal, you know, or anyone close to go through the COVID situation, or I didn't lose anyone to the COVID. But what really hit at home, and I was already here, but you look at Big Jim. Big Jim is no longer with us.
Exactly.
You know, and he was here, you know, when it happened. And just a simple thing like a cut in the foot. And that's it, you know. Yeah. So it you know, during COVID, I had a lot of time to fucking think. And I thought, well, why would I wait? Why would I fucking wait? You know,
Exactly.
I mean, I was born in Madeira. I was born in the Atlantic. My parents packed up, went to fucking England so they could get the appropriate visa to come to Australia legally. They did come on a ship, but legally. And I thought, fucking, if my parents had the balls to fucking just, you know, shut up shop and move to the other side of the world for a better life, then I think I've got the balls to do it. So let's just do it. And we did it.
Well, I agree with the balls, and I think Brian B's got the balls as well, because personally speaking, I admire the both of you for doing what you have done collectively, because I don't think I could do it.
Big move. And Brian, how long have you been in Thailand, Brian?
Depends on what you
just over a year now. A year and a month to the day, I believe. Yeah.
Wow. Oh, look out! We've got Henry. Can I do this one, Joe, just to test? Just to test. Okay,
Joe, have you attempted to get a driver's license over here yet?
I'll tell you that story in a second.
All right.
G'day, Henry. Can you tell me the sum of 4 and 5, please?
G'day, Sleep Boy. How you going, mate?
7.
Right, you're fucking out.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, that's ours. Like Henry.
That's me.
Yeah, that's the ball bag we all know.
How am I supposed to get my ball bag out in that kind of time when you give me hard sums to do like that?
No, but the thing is, people are recording. Like when I go on Pampuri Street, right? Pampuri goes, TMW, can you tell me who you are? And I do this, right?
Yeah,
people are recording. People are recording that sort of shit and putting it up to get on, and then the ball bag comes out.
Yeah. Well,
but if you ask a question, it negates all that.
Brian, in answer, sorry to cut you off. In answer to your question, I actually went to the DLT. That's what it's called, isn't it?
Right.
I went to the DLT in Chatuchak yesterday to make a booking. To get my driver's license or Thai license, because I was unsuccessful at trying to book the fucking thing on the Thai app, on the DLT Smart Queue.
Oh, of course.
That didn't fucking work. It just wouldn't work for me. But the missus tried, and it worked for her. She's a Thai, no problem. But the Falang version of the app, or the Falang side of the app, wouldn't fucking work. So I went in there. They checked all the documents and stuff. They want your passport. They want your certificate of residence from immigration. A couple of little things, nothing major. Certificate from your doctor to say that you're healthy enough to drive a car or drive a vehicle. And it's apparently I've got a booking to go back in at the end of the month, at the end of June, and that should entail me sitting down, proving that I'm not colorblind,
right,
and
the brake test. You got to do the brake test.
And the reaction test, and that should be it. I should be in and out. I shouldn't have to do any other tests.
All right.
You don't hit the road at all. You don't hit the road at all.
No. You don't have to do what you've got to do is you're going there and you're applying to convert your license. You're not applying for a Thai license. You're wanting to convert it to a Thai license.
What is the? I mean, who gives a fuck what you pay? What are you going to do though there, Joe? What are you going to? What's the?
You got to sit for 5 hours.
No,
I was in and out in fucking no time. We spent 15 minutes trying to fucking find a parking spot, and we literally walked up to where they told us, counter number 8 or whatever it was, stood there, got ushered straight up to the counter. Show this, show that. Have you got this? Have you got that? Yeah. What date do you want to book it? We picked the date and we were out of there. We were literally in the building for 5 minutes. But when we go back at the end of the month, I've got to sit down and do colorblind test, reaction test, the brake, when you see the fucking light. And that should be it.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about as far as the apps, because they've got one where you can do your 90-day check-in through an app, and I was like, "There's no fucking way I'm going to do that. No, I'm going in person and getting an actual physical stamp. I'm not trusting these online apps because most of the time they don't work. Let's say."
Well, I was going to try the app next time for the 90-day report. The last couple of times I've gone in. I just I don't
Joe, in all due respect, you're a modern day Portuguese Chuck Norris, mate. You're going to ship those tests in on the driving thing with the reactions and stuff.
Oh, I'm not concerned about that. No, that's I was actually.
What's up, Ray?
I was quite happy.
Huh?
What's up, mate?
Nothing. I just come back in to win the piss.
Right.
I'd be happy to sit the test, from go to woe, but 2 days, like to get a brand new license, a Thai license. If you go through that process, it's a 2-day process because you got to sit there in a classroom and listen to fucking a teacher talking to you for a while, and then you've got videos. You got to watch 5 hours or something worth of videos. There's all the other tests that go with it. And then you've got to physically drive a car in the parking lot and show them that you can reverse park and not knock down any cones. I think you're allowed to knock down one or 2 cones, but any more than that, they start raising an eyebrow.
Do you have a motorcycle endorsement on your Australian driver's license?
No.
Are you going to try to get one for Thailand? Okay.
I've been driving in a car in Thailand, particularly in Bangkok, for the last 6 odd months, and I would hate to be outside the car on those roads.
I'll get some balls about you, mate. I've ridden a bicycle straight through Bangkok. Come on, mate. Jesus.
I wouldn't, mate. Some of the things I've seen on these roads.
It's a fucking nightmare.
Nah.
Yeah.
I wouldn't. In rural, yes. In rural, maybe.
Yeah.
Hop on a bike. No. Yeah.
Out in the village, out in the village, I'm comfortable zipping around on the scooter, but Bangkok or Pattaya, anywhere like that, hell no, it's not going to happen.
Yeah, but Brian, in the village, you've got the old age problem. Everyone's relaxed, and at the T intersection, you're going to have a problem because everyone's so relaxed they drive straight through the fucking thing.
Right. That's why I sit there for about 30 seconds to make sure that's not going to happen before I proceed.
Indeed.
No, you're right, Chris. You can get both, but I've opted to only get the car. I just figure I'm not going to, at my age anyway. I'm not going to risk it on the bike.
You're a fucking ripper, Rick.
Come on, Rick. If you can, come on, mate.
You know, he's a fucking good lad. He's a fucking ripper.
Rick's a good bloke, mate.
No, he's a very knowledgeable fucking lad. Oh, fucking Rick.
Indeed.
You know,
Indeed.
As we said before, but he's a fucking ripper, mate. You know.
It's been a long time since I've spoken to Rick. I've seen him round the traps and things like that, but he's always polite, respectful, whatever channel he's on.
He was rapt that we were getting together, you know. He was like a kid in the candy shop, you know, when he heard that we were getting.
I think we all were. Just
together, you know?
Getting the band back together.
Yeah, well, let's call it. It's a bit of a cliche comment, but that's what it is, boys. Hey, you're like, we're all fucking. It's 4 of us that married to Thai girls.
Yep.
You know, I've been there fucking over 40 times. Fucking Joe lives there now. You know, you got the fucking boys on the air that they're living there. So, mate, it's a ripper. It's a ripper.
If I could just,
we're all bonded. We're all bonded.
A tiny little bit of
Sorry, Henry.
No, don't be sorry. You're just hosting the thing. It's about time. You've done well. It'll go on for quite some time in the future, I'm sure. Hang on, I've broken that now, have I? And
no, you're right.
No.
You're
Rick's coming on. We just put the screen up.
Yeah, right. No, look, it's really good to see. Good to see. It's what's definitely needed, and the thought behind it is right. Blokes just need somewhere to go, and ladies, not that, you know, but people need a place to go, just to have a chat, without the bullshit, without the 2 sides, without the 3 sides. How many sides there are now? I don't know. I don't keep up.
100%, Henry.
And just have a yarn, have a chat, and just shoot the piss.
Good call, Henry. Good call.
It's needed. And look, Mr. Suckerhorn and Pedro have been doing a wonderful Friday afternoon effort.
Yep.
But by the time many people get home from work, and you both will remember work, most of you, I'm sure.
What's that, mate? What,
yeah, exactly.
Can you refresh from a memory?
No. I prefer not to. But by the time people get home from work and that started and is finished,
okay, mate,
on its way out, you know. So.
All right, Rick, we'll let you on, mate.
That's Rick. Okay. G'day, Rick. Okay. How you going, brother?
An ID check for you, boys.
You can switch off your cam if you want. I'm about to drop down the.
Wait a minute.
Up to you. Up to you.
There you go. Thanks, guys.
You're right.
No
Welcome, mate. Well, lovely to see you, Rick.
Yeah, welcome, I just thought you'd appreciate an ID check just to make sure that you knew it was me.
I reckon you'd have a big ball sack on you, Rick, if you wanted to drop it out, mate, just quietly.
No, sorry, buddy. After buddy's 3 years away from Thailand, it's fucking well swollen by now.
I bet it is, mate. You need a Brahma. You need a Brahma bull.
Hey, I haven't heard Rick on a live chat for fucking. I think I've heard
a couple of years, I reckon.
Yeah, a couple of years.
3 years, eh? 3 years we haven't been back to Thailand.
Yeah. The last time I was in Thailand was November 2018.
Yeah.
Oh wow! What do you have any plans to go back anytime soon, Rick?
If I can get back to Thailand without the Kool-Aid, it'd be great.
Right. Yeah, because I knew you had you were doing some dental stuff there.
Pardon me again?
Dental work.
Yes, that's what I needed to go back for, to get my dental work done. But now I found someone over in Australia that I can finish to get the rest of my dental work done.
Nice.
Nice.
Have you got like a Thai girlfriend, Rick, or a wife, or what's your?
Oh God, no, mate. I'm enjoying being single.
Yeah, okay.
Rick's a freelancer, Pedro.
He's got multiple Thai girlfriends.
Oh,
hang on. Hang on.
I've got a choice.
You've got to be inclusive. You've got to be inclusive nowadays. It's girlfriend or boyfriend.
Yeah, Rick. Tell us your story, mate. Tell us your story. What's going on in your life in the last few years, man? You're a fucking. You're
What's going on in my life now?
Diamond, mate.
Outstanding. Yeah.
Tell me what's
Good
going
question,
on.
Pedro.
Tell us what's. Oh, I'd love to hear it, man.
Oh well, I officially paid my mortgage off in 2020, and I thought to myself,
Fantastic,
"Yeehaw! Finally paid the mortgage off. I can now look at the finish line and look at Thailand." And then COVID, and then the COVID came along and went, "Damn, I'm never going to get back to Thailand until probably 2024, 2025, the way things were going." And I went, fuck it. Looks like there's no point going back to Thailand at the moment. So I'm basically doing the same thing as what you're doing, Pedro, is rediscovering Australia.
Nice, mate. Nice.
Why do you know so much about Thailand? Why are you so really like about Buddhism and about the culture there and why do you know all that?
In 2009 was my first trip to Thailand, and I'd heard so much about Thailand from all my mates, guys at work, and they kept saying, "Oh yeah, go to Thailand, it's fun." And I remember the first day that we flew into Suvarnabhumi, and we stayed at the Novotel at the airport there.
Yep.
And I looked at my mate and I went, "Fuck me!" I always thought that Thailand was a third world country.
Yeah.
Man, have a look at these hotels around here. This isn't third world. I always thought that Thailand was a third world country.
Yeah.
Man, is that me?
Yeah,
That's
right.
right.
No, that's all right. Just fuck around the tablet.
Yeah. So and then I remember. And because we'd studied all the books and everything like that, all about Thailand, and about the bum guns and everything like that. We thought, shit, that must be a fallacy. That can't be real.
Yeah, but tell me about the amulets. Tell me about your amulets and your where's it all come from?
As I said, in 2009, I was up in Chiang Mai, and my mate said to me, "Why don't we go for a bit of a tour?" And we went up to what's the name of that temple on top of the hill at Chiang Mai?
Fucking yeah, I know the one, man.
Deutsche, yeah, up in Deutsche Tep. And we're on a tour around Deutsche Tep. And my mate said to me, he said, "Hey, have a look at this. Have a look at this Buddhist monk over here. He's on a mobile phone." He said, "Aren't Buddhist monks aren't supposed to have any worldly possessions?" So we ended up talking to this Buddhist monk on top up at Deutsche Tep.
Yeah.
And he said to me, and then he ended up introducing me to two others up there. And they said to us, "Well, why don't you come with us back to our temple, and we'll show you around."
Oh wow.
Oh, sure, not a problem. So I said to the tour guide, I said, "Look, mate, we're just going to go hang out with these Buddhist monks over here, and they're going to take us back to their temple." And I said, "So whereabouts is your temple?" He said, "Oh, down at what's this Yadar, down near the Chiang Mai Zoo."
Yeah.
And I said, "How are we getting there?" He said, "Oh, walking there." I said, "Well, how did you get up here?" And he said, "We walked up here." And I went, "Oh, for fuck's sake, how far away is that?" "Oh, only 9 kilometres. And I went, "Yeah, fuck." So here we are. We're walking down the mountain with these 3 monks, getting to know them. And
it's a long way, man.
next thing, my mate said to me, I said to me, "Mate, I said, are you sure these are monks? Because how do we know they're not going to rob us of going down the mountain?" We're being very trustworthy to these guys that are dressed up as monks.
Yeah.
So we finally got down to the temple, and they fed us, and they said, "Oh, would you like?" And I said, "Oh, it's really nice of you. Thank you very much." And I said, "Well, can we return the offer? Can we return the favour to you? What can you kind of? We're staying at the Chiang Mai Plaza why don't you come for lunch tomorrow if you're free? And he said, look, we can't. He said, can you make it around 10 o'clock? I said, sure. Why is that? And he said, because we have to stop eating by midday. And I went, oh, fair enough then, mate. Come down. Yeah, come down for breakfast then. So here we are. We're sitting in the lobby of the Chiang Mai Plaza, and we're telling all the staff. And this is only day 2 of being in Thailand. This is day 3 of being in Thailand. And
north.
So these monks have actually turned up, and we've said to the staff, "We're like, we've got some Buddhist monks. What do we do? You know, are we supposed to shake their hands, bow them? What are we supposed? You know, you just tell us what we should be doing and what we shouldn't be doing." And so we went into. So they ended up turning up, and this one particular monk was in a gold robe, and there was another 2 monks that were in orange robes. And to me, and I went, oh well, he must be the big boss over there.
Yeah.
And they had a photographer with them.
Oh.
And an aide. And I thought to myself, this is unusual. Well, like, why would there be a photographer going with this particular group of monks? So we went into the restaurant, sat down there, and I said, okay, Fred boys, there's all the food over there. Dig in, you know, go for it. The maitre d' walks up to me, says, "Excuse me, sir, the monks aren't supposed to get their own food. You're supposed to give it to them." Oh, fuck. Okay, guys, what do you want?
Yeah.
And they said, I say, I'm led to believe you guys are vegans. You're vegetarians.
Oh, really?
And they said, no, because I read the book. And they said that
the book's always right, you know.
And the maitre d' taps him on the shoulder. He said, no, whatever they don't want to eat, they'll just push to one side. But you can basically give them anything they want. Rightio, fair enough then. And they said, whatever you do, don't start eating until they've started. I said, oh, not a problem, buddy. Yep, thanks very much for that.
Yeah, well, you got to.
So,
you got to let the monks eat first before you eat afterwards. So you got to let their mates.
Yeah, and the Buddha died from eating bad pork, so I'm not sure where the vegetarian thing comes into play, but it is.
Not Moo-Ping, surely.
Yeah, no, the monks are not vegetarian, but they.
No, but a lot of people think that. I mean, I probably thought that at one point, but then you start reading into it, and you're like, the Buddha died from eating bad pork. He wasn't a vegetarian.
All right, go on with your story, Rick.
So we ended up finishing the meal, and next thing they said, we'd like to thank you very much for the meal. I said, oh, well, just thanks very much, and they actually did a prayer for us.
Oh,
and my God, the hairs on the back of my neck just bubbled up, and I looked at my mate and I said, "Did you feel that?"
Yeah.
And I said, "That was something magical just then. Did you feel it?" I said, "Yeah."
I can relate to that. I can relate to that.
And that was the day that my whole life changed.
Oh.
That I actually felt like that I was home.
Yeah, right.
That's nice, mate. That's nice.
That's cool. That's cool.
Because I've always thought to myself that I'm walking this planet, but I don't actually know where my home is. And it was so amazing that I actually picked up the language so easily. Like, my God, like the amount of respect that I was getting from people, and I was only 5 days over in Thailand.
Yeah, real. Go, Luke. Here you go, mate.
So that's a photo of my robe, my monk robe that it was presented to me.
That's cool. That's
nice.
That's a good story, man. And that's all those Buddhas. You've got them, have you, at home?
Yes. And so all 13 of those that were all gifted to me by all different Buddhist monks.
Wow.
and I the amount of Thais that have said to me, "You're lucky I didn't have a knife on me, because on the black market that would have been worth."
Oh mate, fucking seriously,
they estimated 6 million baht on the black market.
Not even fucking. That's you, mate. That's you, mate. You don't have to fucking. That's fucking money.
So, were you ever ordained a monk, Rick?
No. And this was the scary part. I actually never went through the monkhood, but I was presented that G1. I was presented that G1 by a monk.
So weird. And all these fucking Buddhas, like I've got like all these Buddhas around my neck, right?
Yep.
And I got them from like everywhere in Thailand. You know, Koh Samui, fucking Phuket, Chiang Mai, fucking Isan, fucking everywhere, man. I can't remember where but this was back in 1993. You know what I mean? This is like 30 fucking years ago. You know what I mean? And
yeah.
They're probably not worth.
Because I remember one time, because what I'd done was I was actually invited back to Chiang Mai to actually to actually help the monks and that up at Watsi Siddharth. And it's actually a school for novice monks only. Yeah. And it's not for Westerners, but I got invited there to stay there and to learn Thai and to learn anything that I want, anything about Buddhism, anything. And they actually they helped me learn the language and learn the culture, because the guy that actually gave me the gold robe, he was a Pramaha.
Oh really?
And he was a Pramaha, yes. And his job was actually to travel the world on behalf of the King of Rama IX to unite all of the religions.
Sure.
And he was actually a consultant. I know that's the reason why he had photographers with him. And I didn't know that at the time. Until he told me.
When I kicked my YouTube channel off, back in the day, this was only 3 or 4 years ago, but I was teaching English to monks up in Chiang Mai. Like I can relate to what you're saying. I went up there and I was teaching English to the novice monks in Chiang Mai for about 2 months, and I've got so much on my channel back in the day, but it's like I got like 50 views or something, because it was that long ago that my channel just started. It wasn't worth much at all. But the best videos on my channel are the ones that are when it started. With I get like 100 views or fuck all. These days I'm only a small channel, but back then it was only 20. I get 20 views. And I was teaching the monks in fucking Chiang Mai and all that kind of stuff. It was fucking brilliant stuff, mate. Absolutely brilliant.
I remember I was over in Thailand and I said to Pramaha, and I said, look, I'm coming over to Thailand this year. Can we meet up? Where are you going to be? He said, look, I'm in Bangkok at the moment. And I said, well, can we meet up in Bangers? I said, yeah, sure, not a problem. I don't normally hang out at Bangers. I think the longest I've ever spent in Bangers is 4 days.
Yeah.
In straight, because I can't wait to get the hell out of Dodge. Because it's too busy for me. Yeah. So he said to me,
I would disagree with that. I fucking love Bangkok. I mean, it's a fucking great place. But that's all. Obviously we're all different, aren't we? But so in
2012, 2011, 2012, he said, can I meet you at the King's Palace? I said, yeah, sure, that's not a problem. Well, what time? I'll be over there. And yeah, not a problem. So here we are sitting outside the King's Palace, and my mate and I, best mate and I, we were sitting on the ground, and Pramaha was sitting on the bench in a park, and we had about 1,000 Thais hovering around us, wondering why these two Westerners are talking to a monk.
What are these fucking dodgy fucking phalangs doing?
Yeah, exactly. And we were doing the whole respectful thing. And then he said to me, he said, "Oh, look, do you have a change of clothes?" I said, "What do you mean by that?" He said, "Would you like to come in and meet Rama 9?"
Oh, well.
And I said, "Well, what do you mean?" He said, "Oh, look, I've actually got an audience with him. Would you like to come and meet Rama 9?"
Wow.
And I went, "Look, I know what your death penalty is for messing around with the king. So look, out of respect to you, I'd have to say no." Yeah, because remember, I'm in your country. It's your rules. I know how ruthless your rules are, and knowing my smart art is I'll probably say the wrong thing.
Oh, yeah, that's what we come down to. I think it comes down to
yeah, Rick would end up saying, "Hey, how's it hanging, mate?"
Exactly. But I think it comes down to like living in Thailand. Like, like we're all talking about, we fucking love the place and all that kind of stuff. And we've got two lads on here that fucking live there now, and they've made a big move in their fucking life, and they're doing it. I don't think I could live there. I've been married 26 years to a Thai woman. I speak pretty good Thai, like not real good, but I speak enough. But I don't think I could fucking do it over there, Joe. I don't think I would live there. It's just too fucking crap for me, man. Like fuck.
Oh, look, I get grumpy. Often I get grumpy because things just don't work the way I expect them to work and the way things work in Australia. Yeah. I've just spent four months renovating this place. So, there are many things that they do that I fucking shake my head and, I think, what the fuck?
I totally agree with you, because a mate of mine, he was up in Maasai, up Maai or Maasai, up in the top, up in the Lao border up there, up above Chiang Rai. And he rang me up one day. He said, "Do you speak fucking English?" I said, "Yeah, mate. What, are you having problems?" He said, "They just don't fucking listen. They you try to speak Thai to them. You try to speak as best as you possibly can to speak Thai to them, and they still shrug their shoulder as if they don't know what you're talking about. But then when you actually ask someone else, am I saying it right?" And they said, "Yeah, I understand what you're saying." Then what the fuck's wrong with these other people? What am I saying wrong? I understand I'm getting my, but he said, look, or the simple thing is, he was saying that, what is that person saying? And they just give the general thing. He said, no, I want you to tell me what they're actually saying so I can learn the language.
What I'm saying is, like, Joe, like obviously you don't speak Thai, but like, how do you fucking get away with not speaking the language over there, man? Like, it must be fucking hard.
I've put a ball and chain on my missus. Wherever I go, she goes.
Exactly. Yeah, we've got live-in interpreters. Yes.
Yeah, that's it. That's it.
You rely on your wives, your girlfriends and wives to get you through.
Yeah. I give it 6 months. I'm hoping that within 6 months I'll be able to, venture out on my own and maybe, hold enough of a conversation that I can communicate somewhat with them. But when it comes to, day-to-day legalities, there's no way. Oh yeah.
No, pantomime and pidgin English goes a long way.
I think the most amazing thing was I was over there learning all the language, learning what all the things are and everything like that, and I was having a great conversation. And I remember one day and I heard someone go, Ani. And I went, what's the Ani mean? They said, what? And I went, oh, this. And I went, oh, so what's that? So how do you use that in the conversation? How do you use that in the conversation? You point at something, you go, Ani tarai. And I went, oh, you mean how much is this?
Oh, yeah.
How much is this? And I went, shit, so I don't even have to know what it is. I just point at it and go, Ani tarai. Ani. And I went, fuck yeah, this is way easier.
I'll give you one example. When I was over there a long time ago, and I'll give you one example of Thai, the Thai language with the tonal fucking, because it's all tonal, obviously we all know that. But I called fucking my wife now. I called her mum a fucking ma for fucking. I called her a dog for fucking ages,
What were you calling? Not darkling.
Yeah, I know that now. But back in the day, it was all ma was mum. But if you just went off it with ma, that was dog. So I called Ollie's mum fucking dog.
And no wonder you got called Falang all the time.
Okay, I'm gone.
Falang.
Yeah, Falang Kinnock.
I think the funniest one was that I remember I was walking down the street.
We've all got one story, haven't we? Tell me.
Translator.
Yeah, I was walking down a road in Chiang Mai and walking down all by myself. I was the only Westerner in the street, and all I heard was Falang Ting Tong. and I turned and I've looked at this guy and I've looked around and I went, I'm the only Falang here, and he's clearly calling me Ting Tong. So I walked up to him and gave him a spray in Thai. Yeah. I said, I said, just be careful. Yeah. You don't know who actually knows Thai around here. And he felt like a piece of shit. I just hammered at him.
Yeah,
I said, "You need."
Up in my wife's farm and in Nakhon Sawan, which is Mekong Mick, doesn't live too far away. I mean, Ting Tong. They never use that word. That word to get. It's a bar word. It's a bar word. I think. You never.
Yeah, because it's actually ba 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 bo. Is the actual polite version rather than Ting Tong.
Yeah, it's a bar word that they never use on the up in the real world of Thailand.
Correct. That's right.
If you say Ting Tong up at my wife's farm, it's like fuck, get a fucking life, You don't.
I think the interesting thing was. I learned all the three different dialects while I was over there, and so what I would do is I'd go somewhere and I would talk in basic Thai, and then you'd hear the bar girls change to Isan. Yeah. So I'd go, oh cool, so I'll throw Isan words in, and then all of a sudden they'll change it again, and I'll go fine. I'll go to northern Thailand and I'll throw some of that in as well. Oh, and the poor girls had to keep changing their dialect all the time, or not talk to me.
Yeah, don't get me wrong. You're the best Thai you learn is at a bar, and I learned all my Thai at a bar. I had a Thai wife for a long time, but all my Thai I learned at the bar. The bar talk, the slang talk. Like if you went to school, when you go to school in Thailand, you learn Thai, you learn the real Thai. But when you're in the bar, you learn the slang, and that's the real Thai talk. You know what I mean?
Yeah. How long do you let them talk, Rick, before you let them know you speak Thai? Like, do you let them run for a bit? Or?
Well, that's
I definitely See, the secret was when I used to go to a bar. Is I'd make sure that I used to position myself that I had mirrors in peripheral vision areas, and so they'd be able to
smash the Buddha.
Hey?
Pedro just smashed the Buddha.
No, I smashed it.
Oh, that's not good.
Can someone
Not the
report
big one.
Pedro for not the big one. Oh no, you're going to be the shit.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Oh
Mrs.
no.
Mrs. Pedro, can you wake up, please?
The wife's going to come out in every moment.
Yeah, get the gorilla grip. Yeah,
Put it in the cupboard. Put it in the
cupboard.
Super glue.
Yeah, so what I used to do was I used to let them go for about 10 or 15 minutes to let them sink themselves. And then I would just walk up and go, well, I'm just going to go to the toilet now, but I'd say all in Thai. And I said, make sure you're not here. Make sure you're not here when I come back. All in Thai. Yeah. And they just went, so you understood everything we said? I went, yeah. And it looked like the blood was draining out of their faces when I was talking to them in Thai. And the good thing about it was because I knew what district province they came from. I said it back in that language, and they went, oh fuck! So we can't even change it. What language we need to talk in? I said no, because I've got them all covered.
See, I don't speak Thai, but when I've been in a bar, I let them think that I do, and when they start talking after I've said that, I just raise an eyebrow.
That's a clever
just
trick.
to let them think that I think that I understand what they're saying, and I've got no idea.
Oh, and that's even better. Even if you said just one little subtle word in Thai, they suddenly have to change their whole strategy because they think they're not really sure how much Thai you know.
Mm. So is Pedro hiding the Buddha, or is he explaining to the missus, or is he out in the garage super gluing the Buddha?
He's grabbing a little tube of crazy glue, I think.
Yeah. I think so. Tarzan's grip or something.
Apologies for laughing during that, but I actually went back to the YouTube stream and rewound it just so I could see him pushing the chair back because I wasn't here when it happened, and just watching the two Buddhas fall off the back.
Oh.
I'm sure I heard a rattle as he walked out of the room holding the Buddha. There was something rattling that shouldn't have been rattling.
I'm sure that was his testicles because he knew he was going to be in the shit.
I think. Oh, here he comes! Here he comes!
Oh, the door's shut. The door's closed.
Tarzan's grip or super glue or blue
tack. That's just in bed, man. I'll be fucked.
Pedro's all right.
Hey, Pedro. So I'm guessing this stream's getting pulled down.
Wants to get rid of the evidence.
Exactly.
Pedro's all right. Pedro's already got the mattress to the side there on the wall. See the mattress upright? That's where he's sleeping tonight.
He'll be safe if Mrs. Pedro doesn't know about the Titanium channel.
God.
This is the show of like 1 million.
He can't do 12 months of this.
Note to self, Pedro. Don't do a titanium stream after you've been on the piss for 6 hours with Suko.
Oh, it is the vacuum cleaner.
Oh, we got smashed Buddha. Oh, no.
Oh, no.
Welcome to Titanium.
Welcome.
Oh, let's go.
These are like old stones. They're probably hundreds of years old.
So Pedro's house. Pedro's house cleaning hour.
Good to have a voice again, Rick.
Oh, fantastic! Yeah, guys, it's bloody awesome. You know, it's been way too long since the all the Aussie bogans have got back together again.
So Harves called us the other day, but we like to think of ourselves as refined.
The kangaroo's on there. Go, kangaroo.
Yeah, Kanga's saying he won't tell your missus, but his missus will tell your missus.
Oh, no, they're good.
Indeed.
All of a sudden, my wife is good friends with fucking Kanga's wife.
Yeah, you're
smashed the Buddha.
You're
oh, no.
Pedro, you still got one up there, mate. Just for my sake, put that one on the floor, please.
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 That one.
Yeah,
three,
and the little one.
There's three.
The little one next to him.
Get him down. Get him down.
You're not good on the ground. You don't put the Buddhas on the ground, man. It's a
I know. All right, but well, fair enough. Put it high out somewhere where you're not going to knock them over.
No, we're just worrying about making him sure that the Buddhas are Pedro-proof. Pedro-proof.
I fucked it, and I put it down there. She won't. Hopefully, she'll find out soon enough. She'll find out soon enough.
She will.
What do you reckon's going to give it away?
With the armful,
the vacuum cleaner wouldn't have helped.
I don't think we realise how much shit.
He's never used that in his life.
She'd be laying in bed going, why the fuck's he turning on the vacuum? Oh, no, what's he done?
What's he broken?
I went downstairs. I could hear downstairs.
You're fine.
Don't turn this around much.
You need to empty that the vacuum bag before she discovers it.
I'd like to raise a defence for Pedro. He's been on the piss for 13 hours. And he just moved one fucking chair. So what's wrong with that, fellas?
He's been in pretty mixed company too, and all afternoon.
It's a tool fucking Rick on in there. He fucking got me sideways, Rick.
It's all good. We've got enough Buddhas for protection anyway now, brother.
Look at it. Hey, man.
I'd wear that to bed if I were you, Pedro.
If you think those Buddhas are going to save you from a Thai woman or a Thai wife, you are a ting tong Thai.
Knives need to be hidden.
Ting tong for lunch.
Yes. Hide the scissors. Hide the knives.
Yeah. Get rid of it.
Get the chopping board with the knives in it. Get them out.
So you do have an outside kitchen, don't you?
I fucking wish.
You see, haven't you guys learned that's the reason why Thais have kitchens on the outside, because they don't like the smell going through the house.
Oh.
So all you Westerners that build houses for Thais with kitchens inside, you're fucking crazy. They're supposed to be outside now in the outhouse.
I agree totally. You got to have outside kitchen. Nice.
Get them crouching down with lighting up a fire out the backyard. That's where they're at home at.
I thought it was because it was. I thought it was because it was just easier to hose down the blood.
Mr. Ghost Pepper said, "What have I missed on the new launch?" You haven't missed much, mate. It's just blokes talking shit and enjoying each other's company. Same, but different.
Same, but different.
I've been married to my Thai wife for 26 years, man. I met her in Phuket, in Bangla Road, man, eh? And I've been married 26 years, and like you say, Rick, she is so comfortable when she's cooking food. They fucking love it.
Yeah, but you've had 2.5 life sentences, Pedro. Next year, I've 30 years married, so I've got 3 life sentences.
They put the Thai news on and shit, don't they? They put the
drama, the Thai drama,
the ghost stories.
Ghost stories. Oh yeah.
Isn't it amazing? That's the one thing they can never understand is they get scared. They're afraid of ghosts and spirits and everything like that. But they'll organise a Halloween party. I'm going, you nutcases! You're scared of everything that's out there, anything ghostly, anything like that. But you want to do Halloween? Yeah, right. You're an idiot.
Listen, gentlemen, I've got to head off. So
yeah, same with me, guys.
Thanks, fellas. Very enjoyable, great launch, and we'll see you on the next one.
Always great
Brian
talking to you too. Yeah, thank you very much, guys.
Thank you, Tim.
Don't tell
Take care,
anyone.
boys. Take care.
Don't tell anyone.
See you, Tim.
See you, Rick.
Yeah, mum's a word, Pedro.
Mum's a word, eh?
Mum's a word.
Yeah, for sure.
But
we're
we're leaving the live stream up.
All right. I do appreciate being the only Yank on the stream, so thank you so much.
Yeah, that's
yeah, but you're a little blue pussy.
Hey now.
Yeah. Are you still muted?
Muted? What do you mean?
No, it's all right. Oh, spaded. You've been spaded, muted.
Hopefully. Yeah. I don't. You know, I love the Thai people, but I don't want any little Thai babies. So hopefully.
How are your kittens? Are they still at uni? At university?
Doing well. Yeah. I think this is potentially next year's the last year. So moving on.
So are you saying to me it's been 4 years since we spoke about that?
Close. The third year I think just finished up. I could be wrong. I'll have to check, but I think it's the third year is finished up, so it's going into the fourth year and making the dean's list and making A's and B's.
Awesome, that's fantastic. Yeah, because the last time, the very first time I was talking to your real name, he was telling me about his kids were going to university, weren't they?
Yeah.
You're only looking at what university they're going to go to.
All right,
and they went to Colorado State. Was that the one?
Missouri University is
Missouri University. Right. Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah.
All right then, guys. Lovely chatting with you, and we'll have to hang out again.
Well, we plan to make this more often, more frequent, and seeing we've got six guys with the buttons, I'm sure it should happen more frequently.
Yeah, as I said, I'm going to start spreading the word. A lot of people that in the other channel that I'm with, they keep wanting to talk about Thailand. I said, look, we don't really talk about it over here anymore. Maybe one day someone may come up with a Thai genre channel now, and thankfully you guys have started it.
Well, that's what we've all got in common, isn't it? Brian said, he's the only Yank, and Mekong Mick, he's just said he's the only Pommy, but it's got nothing to do with what race you might.
Oh,
be
no. What I'm saying is
it's
the channel that I'm an admin on used to be a Thai genre channel, but we don't do that anymore as much anymore.
Right. Okay.
And there's people always wanting to know about talking about Thailand again, and I'm glad you guys have started it up again, because there's still people wanting to talk about it all the time, which is great.
Yeah. And we'll try and make it more frequent rather than just once a week, as I said. And that's the reasoning behind everybody having the keys to the kingdom, so to speak, and the buttons.
Oh yeah, I do understand the keys. Yes, I do. I know that.
They can just go live and have a chat. Just whatever.
Just be careful. Be careful with that Kanga bloke. I'm just saying.
Oh yeah. He'll be copping that for a while.
No, just trial it here. Everybody.
Yeah, that's one red button you don't press.
No, like I
anyhow,
said
guys, it's lovely chatting with you again. Everyone,
Thanks
take care.
Thanks
Oh, definitely, brother. Thank you very much. Always a pleasure.
See you, mate.
Cheers, mate. Yeah, but I've got to mention, you've got that jaunty angle behind you, which is very familiar to a jaunty angle you had in your property before you left the country. You just
looks like you're living A-frame.
Keep moving into places with weird and wonderful angles, or what's going? Or you haven't moved, or what's happening?
Staircase. I thought you were upstairs. I thought it was an A-frame.
No, I'm downstairs. I've positioned myself under the stairs. My own little hole, my own little,
Don't roll back too far. You little Pedro, you knocked something over.
You're the Harry Potter of time loggers.
Yeah.
Under the stairs.
Am I right, wrong, or indifferent? Before you left, you had a similar background. There was jaunty angles and
where I was, there was actually a water heater, a traditional Aussie water heater in the wall.
Yeah.
And there was
around.
Well, it was actually in the wall, and they just put a what do you call it? A louvered door across it, access to it, and that was it. Otherwise, it was just a flat wall. But yeah, there was a water heater in behind it.
Yeah.
But here it's built a new staircase, and that's the reason I'm sitting under it.
His El Destructor is back.
Did you go and sort things out, Pedro?
Yeah, I'll have to go. Fucking hell, man.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
The shit hit
That doesn't sound good.
Oh, bugger.
It's not good. So I'll end it here. Fucking big day, eh?
Yeah, no, it's all good.
Guys,
Don't push any buttons. I'll kick you off.
Yeah, okay.
You push
Pedro.
buttons.
It was nice talking with you.
I'll see you guys tomorrow.
See you, mate.
See you, Nick.
Good night.
luck.
See you,
Good luck.
Brian. No,
See you, buddy.
I'm fucked.
You will be when you get downstairs.
Oh, she's all over me.
Dude,
All right, mate.
time for what happened to Pedro.
Yeah, well, I'll report back tomorrow.
All right, mate.
Well, yeah, it is. How do I do this? Like, just you gonna do
No,
that?
I'll get rid of you. I'll get rid of you. It's all good.
For fuck's sake, don't back up on your chair. Just if you've got wheels on your chair, stay still.
Yeah.
Oh, poor fella.
Oh, no.
Okay. I think he's not gone. Why can't I kick him?
No, you kicked him.
Because
He's not on the stream anymore.
He's gone from here.
Yeah, no, he's backstage. He's sitting backstage. So
Well, he doesn't want to go downstairs, does he?
No, he's turned his camera off. He's turned his camera off, so he's walked away.
Yeah, but is he
still
starting
in
to
there.
fold that? Is he pulling that bed down from the wall?
No, I didn't see that. No, he switched off his cam. Yeah, he's switched off his cam.
Probably for the best.
Right. Good luck, Pedro. Yeah, okay.
That's terrible to see.
Turning on the vacuum, I think would have alerted her to something's going wrong. Something's going wrong. What happened? He probably hasn't turned the fucking thing on for 10 years.
No, he wouldn't have known what it was until we told him there's a vacuum in the corner.
Oh, well.
He'll be right.
Brian, the other thing that I'm going to be going for is the yellow book. Is it the yellow book?
Yeah.
And the Thai ID.
Yes,
I haven't gone for those yet, but they're next in line over the next couple of weeks. So I'll actually do them before I get my license.
Yeah, I've got to get my birth certificate translated into Thai before I can get. I think it's called a pink card or something. It's like a Thai ID card, but for foreigners.
But
yeah, so I gotta Yeah, I've got to get my birth certificate translated into Thai, and then I can get the pink card. So yeah, I'm right there with you.
Why the birth certificate? Why do you need that?
They want to know who my mother and father are. Apparently, I don't know. It's probably different rule. Of course, it's different rules wherever you go and whoever you encounter. There's a new rule. So apparently, I have to get my birth certificate translated, and they know who my mom and dad are for whatever reason. Not sure, but yeah, I'll get the pink card.
They obviously have an oversupply of A4 paper at that office that they want to use.
Right. So, yeah, no more for wrong prices for me when I go to those places. I'll just show them my pink card, and they'll still charge me the wrong price.
That's right. You might have a pink card, but we look at your face.
Right.
The yellow card, that's the owning or renting the property though, isn't it? The yellow card?
Yeah, well, the yellow book. I think they call it the yellow book. Yeah. And
everything's got a different colour and everything's got a different level.
Because there's a blue book and there's the blue book is the house ownership.
That's what I was thinking about. Yeah. What's the yellow one do?
Yellow one is, I think, like residents of the property.
Right.
So it confirms or just makes it more official that that's where you live.
In the house that you've got listed in the blue book that you own.
That's right.
Right, of course.
Yeah. And what's the pink ID card is just an ID card.
Right.
I don't think
Yeah.
It just proves that. Well, it saves you from having to carry around your passport. Essentially, that's really all it does. That's the only benefit, I think.
Well, and potentially the cheaper prices, the non-Farang price. But good luck with that.
Yeah. You want to go and take a picture at a waterfall, and you got to pay 200 baht, but your wife's 20 baht.
Right.
It's all a joy.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to do the driver's license thing when I go back out to the village here in about a week. So we'll see how that goes.
Well, you wouldn't think that you'd need to book, would you? I mean, I'm sure it's not a big office, but
right.
It'd be
but I've come to expect things are going to be just a lot more difficult than I would expect, and so it makes me more comfortable. I know the first time we go, it's not going to work. Where when I first moved here, I thought, we're going to go, we're going to take care of it. It might take 3 or 4 hours, but we'll come back home and I'll have my driver's license. Now I just know it's definitely not going to work on the first time. So we'll do that. We'll come back at least another time, potentially 2 or 3 more times. But I'm getting more comfortable with shit's just not going to work the first time. You'll be lucky it works the second time.
One thing I was surprised with was having to wear long pants to apply for a driver's license.
Oh, yes.
What? I only heard about that yesterday. I think a couple of, actually the day before I had to go, I read somewhere, where a Falang had showed up at the DLT at Chatuchak, and he was sent on his way because he wasn't wearing long pants. And he put in a forum, don't forget to fucking show up with long pants. Otherwise, they send you to a building next door, and for 200 baht, you can find something that will, sort of fit, but, stop you from having to go home and dig out a pair of long pants.
Yeah. Anytime we go for something semi-official like that, Mrs. B just picks out what I'm going to wear, and inevitably it's going to be long pants. So I just trust her now because I know it's like, okay, pick out what I'm going to wear today, honey.
This is Thailand.
Yeah. Yeah, we can roll up with no helmets, but you better wear your goddamn long pants, okay?
That's right. Oh, Ray's given up. Yeah, rest in peace, Pedro's testicles.
No. Hopefully that's all he's going to be missing. I don't know, man. Let's see. Once he switched on the vacuum, I was like, oh no, dude, she's going to know. She's going to hear that. She may not have heard the Buddha's crashing, but she's definitely going to hear the vacuum.
Well, the Buddha's crashing. The Buddha's crashing. She would have put it down to him falling off the fucking chair or kicking the chair or tripping over something. Just being drunk. But as soon as the vacuum comes out, that's it. He's in repair mode. He's in cover-up mode.
It's an admission of guilt. If nothing, an admission of guilt. If he had a broom and a dustpan, he would have got away with it. But
well, it'd be like your missus coming into you and asking for the super glue. You're like, what have you broken?
Yeah.
What do you want? What do you need the super glue for? Funny. We'll get an update tomorrow. He said he's going to check in.
You won't see him till next Friday.
All right, gentlemen, it's getting a bit quiet. I think we're down to 14, 13 viewers, so we're dying off a little bit. And I'm sort of ready to go and have a shower and, relax, kick back, wind down. I'm unjabbed and never worn long pants in Thailand and only have a mask on 7-Eleven and Macro. Wayne's a bit like that too, isn't he? Wayne out in rural.
I haven't
he
seen
never
Wayne
wears
in
a
long
mask.
time.
Yeah, he's had a few things happen, with friends and stuff. But I heard on the grapevine that he should be back soon. But I don't believe he's been jabbed, and he doesn't wear masks unless he's absolutely has to. But he says out in where he is, a lot of people just walk around no mask, not a care in the world. So, but here in Bangkok, I mean, as you'd know, if you walk into a place with no mask, oh fuck.
Oh yeah, you'll know about it very quickly.
Yeah.
Yes.
I've told this story before, but the missus and I went into one of the shopping malls, and I walk ahead, so I know what I'm doing and where I'm going. I walk through the scanner. It's all good. Flashes green, opens the doors for me. I walk through, and I'm walking away. I turn around and the machine's starting to fucking bark at the missus. Where's your mask? Where's your mask? No mask. No mask. It's scanned. She's standing there trying to get in, but she's not wearing a mask. So the machine's, fucking barking back at her, saying no entry, no entry, no mask. Of course, it was my fault because I didn't tell the missus that she wasn't wearing a mask when we got out of the car.
Of course.
Why didn't you tell me? Anyway. All right. Wait. I'm going to knock over the Buddhas.
Oh, no.
All right. It was. Thanks for coming on, Brian. Henry, thank you. Everybody in the chat that's still hanging out. Not sure who's there. I think we're down to 11, so it's petering off. Thanks for joining our inaugural live stream earlier and our sort of inaugural 2.0 after someone pushed the wrong buttons. But no doubt there'll be more streams, throughout the week. I'm hoping the boys will just, push the button and go live. Hopefully, young Ray might get a chance to make things good and start up a live stream instead of ending one. And we'll catch up, no doubt. Thanks again, guys, for coming on. It's been good.
Thanks for having me on. I appreciate it.
Yeah, and thanks for the opportunity. It's a good thing. Kick it on. more the same, etc., etc.
Yep, no drama. Just fucking talk shit and just hang out. That's it. That's what it's all about.
That's what happens.
All right then. Thanks, guys.
Cheers, all.
Bye.
All right, see you, gents.